Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday from Carrie here at Homestead How. Wow, what a crazy week. I wanted to just jump on here kind of randomly because I can't believe what's going on with my friend Bill from Alaska. Actually, he just sent out an email to me, so I got to catch up with him. But wow, what a crazy story. If anyone here is new and they haven't seen this yet or understood this yet, maybe I'll just describe it here real quick while people are jumping online. And open for any questions if you have them, throw them in the comments there. But this whole thing with Bill is just going insane. Someone left a really cool comment. They said the compassionate carnivore T-shirts we have isn't just talking about compassionately uh, going after meat that's humanely treated. It's the fact that carnivores are also extremely compassionate, and that sure is true. The outpouring and support for Bill has been astounding, just amazing, beyond anything I ever would have imagined and anything Bill would have imagined. So, I guess real quick, let me show you a couple things here. Um, maybe I can share my screen, but real quick, I'll just do a recap for those of you who aren't familiar with Bill. I've done a bunch of carnivore videos over the last 130 days or so, and I get so many comments, and I'm so thankful for all of them. But one really stood out, and it was from this man named Bill. He said he's 700 pounds. He's from Alaska. He's desperate. He doesn't think he's going to be on this earth much longer. And then the really sad part was when he said he's been trapped in his house for 4 years now. He's too big to leave his house. And he's been watching a lot of carnivore videos, and he saw some of my videos, and he was inspired, and he wants to try carnivore, but meat is extremely expensive in Alaska. All food is expensive in Alaska. And he was thinking maybe I could do carnivore. Maybe I could start my own YouTube channel to support myself and make a little bit of income to help pay for all of that expensive Alaskan meat and food. And he left me that comment 10 days ago. And I immediately saw it, and it just really touched my heart. And I responded back to his comment right away. And YouTube's kind of tricky with comments. If I don't explicitly go in there and search out comments that I've responded to, I'm just frankly almost never going to see them again. I just get too many comments. And so I actually put a thing on my calendar. I could show it to you guys. It's actually on my calendar. And every morning it said, check YouTube comments for Wasilla, Alaska. So I would do this little search, Wasilla, Alaska. Then I would see Bill's comment, and I would see my response. In my response to Bill, I said, I want to help you. I want to talk to you privately. I said, email me. I gave him my email address. And days went by, and then a week went by, and I never heard from him. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I'm like, this is just perfect. This is, and Bill had mentioned in his email, he had already done keto before. And thank you so much for that $20 super chat, by the way. I really appreciate that. Carnivore Diet documentary. We're going to reach more bills. We're going to reach more bills. And man, my goodness, having Bill in the documentary is going to be something. But I'm rambling again. So anyways, Bill had done keto before. I'm like, man, he was doing under 50 carbs and he lost a bunch of weight. And I'm like, it's just that sugar. You got to get rid of all the carbs, Bill. I know you can do this. So I really wanted to reach him. So I made an entire video, and I dedicated the entire video to Bill in the hopes that it would find him. Let me see if I can find that here. Well, it's on my channel. I think I got some links in the description below. I did that like a week ago. It was titled something like 700-pound Bill from Alaska. Let's help him. And I put it out there, and it was just a direct message to Bill. Bill, if you're watching this, please get back to me. Please call me. Please talk to me. I want to help you with this. I think you can do carnivore. I think you could change your life around. I think you could break out of that prison you've been in for 4 years. And then I waited. And I was like, I'm probably never going to get a response. He didn't respond to my comment. What's the odds that he's just going to randomly see this video and then watch it and then get back to me? But several hours later, ding, I got a little email from a man named Bill from Alaska, and it was him. And he gave me his phone number, and he was so thankful for my email. And we spoke, and we actually connected, and it was just amazing. So that takes us to what? Well, then I became friends with Bill, and we talked on the phone a couple times. And there's just so many generous, amazing people out there. I got to give a shout out to my good friend, Dr. Anthony Chafee. I told Dr. Chafee about this. In fact, I think he saw my video, Dr. Chafee did. And he just said, I will gladly and generously, well, he didn't say generously, I'm adding that, but he said, I will volunteer my time privately. This doesn't have to be on YouTube to help Bill and coach Bill and counsel Bill for any questions he has, because this is a big thing for him. So many carnivores are just awesome. Dr. Chafee's the best. Dr. Barry's the greatest. They're all just wonderful. So anyhow, Bill and I talked a couple times, and I said, Bill, I'm a man on a mission. I want to reach people. I want to help you. And whatever I can do to help you. I gave him my phone number. I said, you can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, you want to start YouTube? We are going to get you started on YouTube. I've been doing it for 8 years now. I'll help you edit. I'll help you upload. I'll teach you about thumbnails and descriptions and all of that. And in no time, you'll be up and running on your own. And so that was the thought. Let's get Bill his own YouTube channel and let's have him do his own video. And he agreed. And he said, I'm starting Carnivore right now. He started Carnivore several days ago, sent me a bunch of pictures. Bill used to be a professional cook and a chef. He used to be a musician, and he still cooks. His brothers help him out with some stuff, but he lives alone with his cat. And he's going to do a video showing you how he cooks, because he had to have a toilet installed next to his bed. He can't walk very far, 700 pounds. All that's going to change, though. I'm very hopeful of that. But so Bill started Carnivore, and he did his first YouTube video. And I said, Bill, I'm a man of my word. I told you I'm going to do everything I can to help promote that video, because people wanted to hear from Bill after my earlier video, of course. But if Bill just puts his own video up on his YouTube channel, he had 40 subscribers. Not a lot of people are going to see it. So yesterday morning, I got up at 4 in the morning. I did a video kind of explaining all of this stuff I just explained to you guys. And at the end of the video, it was like, now this is the call to action. Stop watching Homestead How and go watch Bill's video. Bill also set up a GoFundMe. That's meat's so expensive in Alaska. And he was talking with me. He was like, what should I set the goal at? You could set the goal at $100, $1,000, or $100,000. I said, I'm not sure, Bill. I'm like, let's think about it. And he basically ended up at $2,500. And that was twice as much as we were thinking that would ever be possible of getting. And at $1,200, he was thinking he could get a good sized portion of a cow. And there's significant money savings if you get like a half a cow or a quarter cow versus just buying steaks individually, especially with his situation in Alaska. He knew of a specific place where he could get it from. So anyhow, we're thinking $1,250. That would be good. That would get him a good amount of meat to get going on Carnivore. And then maybe his YouTube videos could pick up and make some money for him after that. But YouTube, it could take a long time to get monetized. So we're thinking $1,250. We're like, well, let's just double it, put $2,500. Maybe after a couple months or something, you get $2,500. Well, if you guys are new to this story or you haven't been paying attention, I'm going to share my screen real quick, show you what the $2,500, hopefully 5-6 months down the road, we could get for him would be. Hopefully this will let me share my screen here. Sorry, it's making me put my password in. It's not going to let me share it. Darn it. Well, let me see if it works here. Oh, maybe that did work. So here's Bill's GoFundMe that Bill set up. And you can see the goal was $2,500. This was less than 24 hours ago. Blowing my mind, making me cry, making Bill cry. So generous. It's too much. It's just crazy. $2,500 was Bill's goal. Over $10,000. And in less than 24 hours, 258 donations. Not patting myself on the back, but I had to be the first one on the list. But look at this. Someone gave a $500 donation. When people say compassionate carnivore, it has a whole lot more meaning now. 258 donations. And I don't even think we're scratching the surface yet, but Bill was just overjoyed. And this is a lot for Bill to take in. I mean, we're going from 0 to 100 miles an hour here, but he's so thankful. And yesterday he was struggling and panicking just to hit the little heart next to as many comments as possible. So I told him, I said, Bill, that's wonderful that you're doing that, but people are going to be okay if you don't heart every single comment. I think people would be more happy if you use that energy and time to maybe work on your next video or focusing on carnivore and making sure you're doing the best you can there. But he emailed me yesterday too and said, it's the craziest thing is happening here. I've been doing carnivore for many, many days now, and I have like no cravings. It's the first time in a long time I haven't had any cravings for food. And he said I've been very strict. I haven't had any sugar or any carbs. So he's going to be doing more videos on that. And I left some links in the description below. But just amazing, just unbelievable. That's Bill emailed me also. Actually, he emailed me this morning here. And he said, well, I don't want to share too much of our conversation together, but he just said he was so thankful. He was crying and he's unbelievable. And he never would have imagined this much of an outpouring. I didn't either. I mean, I was hoping we could get him to $1,200 and just get him set up for a couple weeks so he'd have enough proper, decent meat to eat with those expensive Alaska prices. The good thing is, Bill and I were talking about this, is it's like he's 700 pounds. This is going to take a couple of years. He's set now. I mean, I got to do the math. Alaskan meat's expensive, but I'm sure Bill will do another video on this. Like for the 10,000 now, how far is that going to get you? It's going to be amazing. Hey, also my buddy, while I'm giving these updates, Intentional Carnivore, I was just talking to him before the call, Sean, you're a huge inspiration. And I mentioned you in like 2 of those videos. And my goodness, Sean, you are inspiring people. It was so nice to have you in my toolbox, so to speak, Sean. Sean lost over 250 pounds in 1 year on carnivore. And if you don't know who Sean is, you are missing out. Anyone on my channel, go check out Intentional Carnivore. He is on a mission interviewing Dr. Barry. He's got Dr. Chafee. He's got all the people on his channel and such an inspiration. But anyway, Sean, when I'm talking to Bill, the first time I talked to him, I brought you up and I said, look at my friend Sean, lost 250 pounds in 1 year. Right now, I said, Bill, right now, you thinking a year in advance, that seems like forever. That probably seems like 20 years for you. But for my friend Sean, 1 year later, it actually goes a lot faster than you'll think when you're on the other end of it. And it's going to happen for you, Bill. So Sean is Intentional Carnivore, such an inspiration. So thank you so much, Sean, for everything you're doing. So unbelievable what's happening with Bill. I'm so happy for him. He's working on his next video now. I'm helping him with some of that stuff. This first video was longer because it was his backstory and his history. So I think we did like a 40-minute long video. But going forward, he's going to shoot for shorter updates. He said, I don't know how often to do it. You guys leave a comment here and let me know, and I'll tell Bill, what do you think? How often? My gut instinct was, Bill, do one every day, even if you're doing shorts. People love to do that. My wife, Jen, has been doing a short every day on her carnivore journey, and people love those regular updates, even if it's just simple. Hey, it's Bill. It's day 4. I'm on carnivore. Here's what I ate today. Maybe do a couple shorts and then a couple longer ones every now and then. It would be really fun to see Bill cooking and preparing food and some of the other things like that. The other thing I said to Bill, other big update was, we got to figure out scale. At 700 pounds, you can't really get one scale. And someone commented and said, on Amazon, they have scales that actually go to 350 pounds. And I found one yesterday goes to 400 pounds. And they're like, get 2 scales. And then Bill could step 1 foot on one foot on the other, do the math and add the 2 up. Just because obviously it'd be nice to share that on YouTube after he loses a significant amount of weight, which I know he will. But for himself too, just to track progress and see where he's starting. He's at 700 pounds. He thinks he weighed himself. He said it was a couple of years ago and he was 600 and he knows he's gone up. And then he was saying, geez, you know what? I'm probably even more than 700. But he doesn't know because he hasn't weighed himself in a long time. All of the responses to Bill have been amazing. I had one comment that irritated me yesterday. I got in a little argument with the guy. He was basically saying, I looked at his face. He doesn't look like 700 pounds. Are you sure he's not pulling a scam? And I was like, are you being serious right now? You think he's pulling an elaborate scam? And then in the video, Bill showed his shirt under his shirt and his legs and everything. And Bill offered to buy some scales and weigh himself. So, but overwhelmingly, you're always going to have 1 or 2 people out there that are just nuts. I'm like, do you really think Bill isn't in horrible health decline? Look at him. He's like, but he might not be 700. Okay, well, he might be 800, or maybe he's 650, or maybe he's 599. What's the difference? Either way, he's been stuck in his house for 4 years and he's at the end of his road. But overwhelmingly, my goodness, the comments. So let me share this real quick. So this is my video. Let me see here. Carnivore, his last chance. This is my video I did. So if you guys haven't heard of Bill, there's links for all this below, but this is the video I did. This was just yesterday, and it's just crazy. There's 23,000 views in 19 hours. And so this tells the backstory of how Bill and I met, and the comments and the phone calls and all of that. And then if you click on this one right here, you can watch Bill's first video, which will take you over to Bill's channel, which I'm highly encouraging everyone to go check out Bill's channel. And this is Bill's channel right here. And that's Bill. And this is his story. So this is just, I want to show you guys a couple things on here. This is just amazing. So here's Bill's update. Oh my goodness, the outpouring of love and support I've received today is beyond anything I dreamed of. My head is reeling from it. I'm at a loss for the proper words, except to say that I love you all and I won't let you down. I'm looking forward to making the next video, which will be coming soon. So Bill started at 40 subscribers, 40. My goal with Bill yesterday was like, I'm going to push everything I can for your video because we got to get you, buddy, to 1,000 subscribers. When you hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I think it's 4,000 watch hours, you can get monetized. And then Bill can earn money from these videos, which he can then use to sustain himself going forward. So we don't just have to rely on the GoFundMe. So 1,000 subscribers was the pipe dream. I'm like, it could take a couple months. And that's no joke. Anyone out there that's doing YouTube, you want to get that first 1,000 subscribers, it takes people months to do it. Bill was at 40 subscribers. As of 19 hours after publishing his video, 3,000, wow, 3,480 subscribers, 3,480. So he surpassed the 1,000. I'm going to help him look in his analytics to see if he's also what his watch time has been at. He might be actually close. It usually takes people pretty long to get those watch hours in, but he has a 40-minute video here, and it's a good video, a long video that people are watching a long time of. So he could be very close to getting monetized. So we'll do an update when he gets monetized. But look at all these comments, 1,200 comments. This was one of the comments I loved. Someone mentioned this. Bill, Carrie's t-shirt, Compassionate Carnivore, doesn't mean only being compassionate to the animals we eat. It means being compassionate to other people. The first hard step was you leaving a comment for Carrie. Be blessed, Bill. What a great comment. 254 upvotes. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way, but I am more and more. Every carnivore I meet is just a compassionate, great. As Dr. Barry said when he was on my channel earlier this week, what a week, by the way. What an insane week. Dr. Barry was on my channel. All of this is coming together with Bill. But Dr. Barry said there's something with carnivores. They're all very charitable. They all have big hearts. It's very true. You go on carnivore, your mood, everything is just better. You have the energy. I don't know what it is, but thank you so much on behalf of Bill. Bill is still taking all of this in, so I ask everyone, be kind. Just slow down with him. But he just shot me an email right before I started this live stream. He's completely in shock that there's over $10,000 in that GoFundMe now. I just checked again. It just keeps going up. 10,172. 258 people have donated to help Bill out. So more videos to come from Bill. He's planning on doing them regularly. So what's he going to do with the money? What is he going to purchase? A whole cow, half a cow? What's the plan? So many people too. This is why I was asking, just relax with Bill and give him his time. But this is overwhelming for him. But one of the things, people were so generous, and a lot of people said, I have a whole freezer full of food. I know someone in Alaska, they'll bring the food over. And then we were ready to say, yes, 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 that's amazingly generous. That will help. We had about 6 or 7 people say the same thing. And then we had other people offering to ship him with some like dry ice, ship him some meat. All of that is wonderful. But we say yes to these things, and then all of a sudden, Bill has 12 freezer loads full of food there, which is an amazing blessing and a good problem to have. Bill, however, can't walk but 3 feet to his toilet. So all of that coming into his property, he'd have to organize and everything like that. So that's why we decided ultimately, and he decided, and he set up the GoFundMe. Someone else left me a comment that said I set up the GoFundMe for him. No, that's all Bill. So it's better that way because then he can buy the meat as he needs it, and there's no waste and things like that. And I'm working on some things with some other companies, some of these really good regenerative meat companies that send meat out to people. Maybe we can get some of them to help Bill out. That was my plan initially, and if Bill needs the help, I'm going to. But now we have so many funds raised, he should be well set. So well set, hopefully for, like I said, I mean, it could take 2 or 3 years before he gets all the way down. Not 2 or 3 years, though, before he can comfortably get up and walk out that front door. I can't wait for that moment. What a powerful moment that will be. And I've mentioned the Carnivore Diet documentary to Bill with no pressure whatsoever, but he was very enthusiastic about it. So that's the other thing too. I don't want to pressure him with all of this. Like, look at all this money and all these people, and now you have to do this and that and that. No, he decided he wanted to do Carnivore Diet. He decided he wanted to share his story. And so it's just amazing what's happening. So I'm going to check some of these comments now, a little Saturday morning. 373 people on here, 373 amazing carnivores. If you have a question, please leave it in the side, a comment, anything for Bill. One other thing I want to mention with Bill, if you just jumped on, number one, again, huge shout out to Dr. Anthony Chafee for just being so generous and offering his time to give a private phone call to Bill and consulting with Bill. Another thing that came up was Bella from Bella's gang, Bella, the beef and butter gal. Her team reached out. She reached out, and they have the Bella gang, and they do coaching. They have a group, and they actually have phone calls. And my good friend Chad, he's helping me with the documentary. He's the BBC documentary filmmaker, and he's also a successful carnivore. And he was telling me he's joined lots of different groups to try to stay on track during carnivore. And Bella's gang has been amazing for him. And someone over in the Bella's gang, I think she was at like 700 pounds. A couple people sent me this, and she's had this amazing transformation. So she's starting at the same weight Bill has. And so I shared all of that with Bill. Thank you. Like 4 or 5 people sent me her before and after pictures and her story from there. And it's amazing. And it's so cool. So I shared all that with Bill. But then Bella reached out and said, why don't we get Bill set up? No charge. Another generous, compassionate carnivore, Bella from Bella's gang. Why don't we set Bill up on Bella's gang, and then he can have the ongoing coaching and the phone calls and everything. It's amazing. So I shared all that with Bill. Actually, I shared the suggestion with him, and then the fact that Bella reached out, that happened this morning. I have to send that to Bill still, so I'm going to share that with Bill as well. So many awesome people out there, including all of you, commenting and supporting him. It's unbelievable. Bill, I truly believe this isn't an exaggeration, whether it's through his own YouTube channel or whether it's through the Carnivore Diet documentary or a combination of the two. Bill is going to go on to inspire millions of people. I truly believe that in my heart. It's going to be just such an amazing story. And he already is inspiring people. Just the fact that he was brave enough to share his story and vulnerable and put it out there that, hey, I'm going to start carnivore. And now he is a carnivore and he's doing it. So, all right, I'm talking too much. Let's see what we got for some of these comments. You guys have any questions or comments? This is just like a little update on Bill. Saturday morning chat. Unbelievable. It's over $10,000 right now for Bill. And I guess before I jump into that, I got to say one more thing. Carnivore Diet documentary, please. Thank you all so much. I did that live stream with Dr. Barry, and we had some audio issues in the beginning, unfortunately, but it went really well. It was so nice. He's amazing. Right near in the middle, too, I told him about the Carnivore Diet movie, and he said he's interested in participating. A big yes, a big thumbs up. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I've sent him some more information from that. So here's the update on the Carnivore Diet documentary. Dr. Anthony Chafee enthusiastically wants to be involved. Yes. Dr. Ken Baker. The day after Dr. Barry was on my channel, my interview I did on Dr. Baker's channel went live, and that one's doing pretty well. I encourage you guys to check it out. That was a really fun one. Dr. Baker, enthusiastically, yes, no questions asked. I'll participate in the documentary. And now Dr. Barry. So we got Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, Dr. Barry. And I am going on a blitz. I'm trying to do everything I can to raise more funds so that we can afford to do this movie properly. I hate asking for money. It's not for me. I'm glad a lot of money went towards Bill's cause, and that's been more important. But I want to reach more bills with this Carnivore Diet documentary. There's countless more bills out there, not just 700-pound, but people that are depression, anxiety, fatigue, heart issues, health issues, aging. There's all sorts of issues. So that's the goal with the Carnivore Diet movie. We're so close. So long story short, after the Dr. Barry live stream, so many of you did stickers and super chats, and we have enough money to get all of our lighting equipment. This lighting equipment's expensive, and people are like, oh, just film it on your phone, just do whatever. We're never going to get it on one of these big streaming services. It doesn't have to be Netflix. So many people are like, oh, we hate Netflix, we're not going to support that. I don't care who it is. My only goal is to reach millions, and Netflix is the biggest platform. While some people don't agree with what Netflix does, a lot of the stuff YouTube does, a lot of people don't agree with. I don't care what they do individually. I just care about reaching as many hopeless people as I can. So Netflix was the first thought, but there's HBO, Hulu, Amazon Prime. It doesn't matter. Any of these, it has to be top level quality. We've already secured our Netflix approved cinema camera, and that thing is amazing. And now we have enough funds because of the Dr. Barry live stream in order to get all of the lighting, which is very expensive lighting. You need 3 systems for the lighting to do a proper documentary. The next big expense is going to be travel and then getting crews at each of the locations to help with the filming and the audio and doing all a professional job. But the fundraising has been great. So if you want to participate in the Carnivore Diet movie and share your carnivore diet journey, whether it's through obesity or diabetes or depression, anxiety, go to carnivoredietmovie.com. It's on the bottom of the page. Any donation you can get, we have a GoFundMe set up, will help us get it done sooner. I'm going to do this no matter what. I'm on a mission. If I have to use my junky minivan and drive across the country and pay for all the own gas and do it all myself, it's going to happen. It's just going to take a much longer time because I can't go to these individuals and start filming without the proper lights and the proper crew and the proper audio and that stuff. So, but we're making amazing progress, and having Bill as part of the story. Can you guys imagine Bill walking out of his house for the first time in 4 years and capturing that as part of the documentary? How many people that's going to inspire? It's just amazing. So Carnivore Diet movie, any super chats, stickers we get, all go towards that. Any donations, of course, through GoFundMe go towards that. And if you join my channel, there's a little join button below. You get insider things ahead of time, like what Emma and I are eating, updates before everyone else on the Carnivore Diet documentary. And you may be asking too, you're just asking for money. I'm on a mission. So Dr. Baker, Dr. Barry last week. Well, do you guys see what's coming up this next week? Every single day last week, I did a video with somebody, and it's continuing into next week. I've got the wonderful Dr. Tony Hampton on the channel next week. I've got Dr. Kiltz on the channel. I think that's a little over next week. I've got Dr. O'Mara just emailed me, and we're going to be doing something together. And then I've got 3 other carnivore individuals next week. So I'm going on a spree to get more carnivore doctors and carnivore stories on here. Part of the reason I'm doing that too isn't just like, oh, this is great for YouTube. No, this YouTube is a wonderful testing ground. I hear people's carnivore stories and their journeys, and then I'm thinking, wow, this would be good for the documentary, or maybe this wouldn't be a good fit for the documentary. But this tool we have here, YouTube, is amazing because it's good. It's like a rehearsal. It's like a rehearsal for the Carnivore Diet movie, and it's working really well. And I'm hoping to have Bill on here too, if he wants to. Oh my goodness, couple super chats. Hi, Carrie. For Bill, what a great thing. Thank you so much. $20 super chat. Kip, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Addicted Paul, you are too generous. Addicted Paul is insane. Donate now, guys. Let's go. $100. Thank you so much, Paul. I get a $100 donation like that very rarely, and you did a huge one the other day on Dr. Barry, and I thank you so much for that. You're a big part, Paul, of this documentary. Seriously, I should show some of the lighting equipment and say this is thanks to Paul, because between this and your super chat, you're actually purchasing some of these lights. And again, these are high-end lights. They have to be to do a quality job. I'm not taking a penny from any of this money. It all goes towards the documentary. So thank you so much. There's always going to be negative comments. Someone was like, yeah, but you're getting all this expensive equipment. I don't want this equipment. It's nice, but just so you guys know, the Netflix approved cinema camera, someone said, oh, you're going to get to keep that camera. If I can sell it and then put that money back into the documentary, I'm going to do that after we use it. The Netflix approved cinema camera I have, I could film with that camera or my Sony camera that I bought with my own money, and you guys would never tell the difference. And I'm used to using my old Sony camera. I have no need for this camera. This camera is literally like 1% better than my camera, but these big streaming services require to have it. So that's the reason I had to get it. And furthermore, the Netflix approved cinema camera is awesome. I put about $1,500 of my own money into that. And the computer I'm on right now, it's my new Mac. I needed to purchase this because my old Mac, which was also a very nice Mac that I bought with my own money, won't handle the Netflix approved cinema quality footage. It's too high of a resolution. And my old computer was bogging down. This computer was $2,400. I used all my own money for it. The only reason I purchased it was so that I can edit that Netflix approved thing. So I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I hate asking for money. And I want people to know that I'm invested in this. And when I'm asking for money for this, it's not for me. It's for Bill and all the other Bills out there so we can get this documentary out there. I'm never going to be able to do this documentary by myself. It's a huge expense. So, oh my goodness. This is I think this is $100. In any case, I'm so happy. Someone said, Theodora, beautiful name, by the way. Theodora, make sure he checks his B vitamins, iodine, vitamins, D3. He has been inside a lot. Very good advice. Potassium, magnesium, and zinc. I enjoy Dr. Peter Osborne YouTube channel where he talks about vitamins and much more. I'll have to check out Peter Osborne. I haven't seen that one yet. Thank you so much. I will definitely relay that to Bill. And like I said, some people are jumping on here new. Dr. Chafee has so generously donated his time. Dr. Chafee's a neurosurgeon, but on the weekends, he's helped hundreds, maybe thousands of people with nutrition and their health. And he offered to just privately talk to Bill. So I sent that info to Bill to connect with Dr. Chafee. And then Bella's Beef and Butter Girl gang. Sorry, I keep screwing that up. Bella's Steak and Butter Girl. Carnivores don't mess things up like that, do they? Steak and Butter Gal. Bella's gang. They've got a wonderful group, and they offered to do free consulting with Bill. And they do regular coaching and calls, and it's amazing. My friend Chad has been doing that with them. So I'm pointing Bill over to that too. So more to come from Bill on that, but I'm hoping he does all of those things for sure. And oh, yes, Francesca, how much is the Carnivore Diet GoFundMe at? Thank you for asking that question. And let me look right now because we hit a huge milestone. I think it was yesterday. And it's tricky when I get this question because I am, of course, on top of it. However, I'm just logging in here and I'm going to show you guys. Oh, of course, it's going to make me put the little code in. So someone asked me, what is the Carnivore Diet documentary funds at? And I'm going to tell you that in 2 seconds when I put my little code in here. I'm going to share my screen with you. And we will see together because we hit a big milestone yesterday. So let me share my screen here. Sharing my screen. There we go. $8,000. We went over $8,000 as of yesterday. So we're at $8,045, which is just amazing. So over $8,000. And the other amazing thing with that is that's just the GoFundMe. So when we also add on, and this is always hard to add, but the t-shirt sales. So anybody that purchases Compassionate Carnivore t-shirts, those are almost always below my videos on YouTube. You'll see the Compassionate Carnivore t-shirts. If you purchase those, every penny that we get goes into those. There's over $400 in there. Now, again, people have purchased a lot more than $400 worth of t-shirts, but we just get a percentage of that. I think we get like $6 per shirt. So all of that money is in it as well. And then on top of that, you have all of the super chats and stickers and people that have joined as members. So the tricky part with the super chat and stickers, I've got to dig into this some more, but like the Dr. Barry Day was amazing. It was tons of them, just tons of them. But I can't go on YouTube and look at those numbers. There's like a lag in it, and I have to go back. So I think it was over $1,000 in that one day. So we are over $10,000 for the Carnivore Diet movie when we account for all of those things together. Again, I say I'm not giving you an exact number because it's fluid. If I go look on YouTube right now at the super chats that just came in, they're not going to show on YouTube yet. Over $10,000, which is just amazing. And like I said, I've put over well, let me add it up in my head now. Over $3,500 of my own in there as well. So I guess between the two, 13,500 with my own 3,500 that I put in there. And then of course all of my time I'm not counting for or charging for, but hundreds of hours of time so far, but it's a passion project and I'm happy to be doing it. Someone said Bill has a great first video. Yeah. I told him, I was like, he was overthinking. I'm like, Bill, just hold your camera and tell your story. That's all you got to do. We don't have to get this too fancy, but he's going to do many more videos going forward and just shorter, quick ones. This one was a little bit longer because it was his whole story. Someone said, oh my goodness, how amazing is this community? Unbelievable. Compassion of Carnivores. Yes, what a group. I knew this going into it, but to the extent, my goodness, just insane. So I hope for all that the majority of us are conservatives who do not support Netflix and such for what they represent and support. I get that. I am not a political person. Either way, you can ask me my politics, but there's probably a lot of things Netflix is doing that I completely disagree with and I agree with on you. One hope for all. I would ask you though, what about YouTube? YouTube does many of those same things. What about mainstream media anywhere? I'm not supporting Netflix in any way whatsoever. I'm trying to use them as a platform to reach millions of people. They have the biggest audience. So, and if who knows if we even get on Netflix, maybe it's another one. But if I went based on your logic and I don't agree with what they're doing, I would have no platform to put this on. I mean, even on YouTube right now, if I just did the Carnivore Diet documentary and I put it solely on YouTube, I don't agree with a lot of stuff YouTube does. There's all sorts of censorship and problems with YouTube as well. So I hear you, but I can't agree with you because I'm not supporting them. I'm using them as a medium to reach millions of people, to help people. There's bills out there that only watch Netflix. And if I don't get on Netflix, we're going to reach those bills. And are you saying that I should miss those bills because I don't agree with Netflix and what they're doing? That's my point. So I'd love to hear more on it. I'm probably with you on your disagreements with Netflix. But then the question begs is, what about YouTube then? Why are you on YouTube? Because I could say you're supporting YouTube then too. And YouTube does a lot of stuff that you probably don't agree with, similar to Netflix. So sorry, hopefully I'm not being too harsh on that. It's just that I know there's millions of bills watching Netflix. I only care about reaching the bills and the intentional carnivores and the Shawns and the hopeless, and they have the biggest platform. And so that's the goal. But the odds of getting on there are small. I mean, we could try to get on Netflix and not even get on there, but then it's like, what's the next biggest one after that? Is it HBO? Is it Hulu? Is it Amazon Prime? Maybe we can get on Netflix and a couple of the other ones, but yeah, the goal is to reach as many as possible. Someone said, Dixie Lee Gardner carries theaters in Montello, Wisconsin. That's right, Montello Theater. We're about a half hour, 45 minutes north of Madison. We played Sound of Freedom. We started it on Wednesday. Amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. Carnivores don't get stage fright. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but every single night I'm going up in front of the audience. It's been almost sold out every night. So there's like 100, 150 people in the audience. And I get up there right before the movie starts. And I thank everybody because we got a lot of carnivores that go to the movie theater. That's been awesome. There was 4 there last night, 4 carnivores at the theater. Please come up and tell me you're a carnivore and talk to me. I'd love to talk to you. But a lot of compassionate people in general that aren't carnivore yet, but they probably will be soon if I have anything to say about it. But they've been donating tickets. So if you're struggling, if you live in the area, if you're local and you're struggling financially, but you want to see Sound of Freedom, you come into Montello Theater and you just say, give me the red ticket. We've had over 110 red tickets donated. That's people paying it forward so other people can see the movie for free. There's 110 tickets sitting at the counter. Last night, a bunch of them were used. I was so happy to see it. Also, just come in, just say, can I have a red ticket? Can I have 5 red tickets for your family of 5? No questions asked. You get into the movie for free. And then us, Montello Theater, we're donating. I'm going to get yelled at in the comments by this, but you get a free large popcorn or 2 grass-fed beef sticks. I prefer you take the grass-fed beef sticks. A lot of people are like, how dare you, you hypocrite? You're selling popcorn and you're selling candy. I'll address that real quick now. I hope people will follow my example. I don't eat popcorn. I don't eat candy. I'm not here though to force people's diet and what to eat. And I'm offering alternates. So we have a huge selection. We have a whole glass case. The case is as large as our candy case that has all these different flavors of this grass-fed beef sticks. They're pretty darn clean. I'm trying to get more like carnivore snacks in there, but those are so expensive. Those carnivore snacks things that are just beef and salt, those are like $40 a piece. So there's no way we're going to sell those. But that's my goal. So I'm offering these alternatives. So anyhow, Sound of Freedom has been going amazing. So I get up in front of the audience. I tell everyone we've got these free tickets. Thank you everyone for being so compassionate and sharing. And it's been crazy. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We're gonna have a line down the sidewalk and turning people away. I'm so happy to see it because everybody needs to see this movie. And the message of the movie aside, it's just a great movie. I've seen every movie this year. If you take the message out of the movie and you just look at the cinematography, the editing, the pace, the story, it's a true story, and then the acting, it's a phenomenal movie. It's one of the best movies of the year, easily, easily. Aside from the deep message that everyone should see. Someone said this. Yes, very good point. No disrespect to this live stream. None taken. I can't be disrespected. I can't be insulted, and I don't have any feelings that could be hurt on Carnivore. It's only facts here. What percentage of super chat donation is taken by YouTube? Way too much. Is it 50%? I don't think it's 50%. Let me double check right now. I should know this. The only reason I'm double checking is because I thought I knew this, and then someone corrected me. How much does YouTube take from super? It's 30%. 30%. So it's significant. When you do GoFundMe, so I did $100 on Bill's GoFundMe and they charged me like $10, but Bill still got the full 100. So, what would that be? 10%. So yeah, GoFundMe is way better. But I'll appreciate it any way I can. Some people, they'd want to go do the GoFundMe, but then they don't have time to do it or whatever. So, but definitely if you have the choice between the super chat and the stickers, or the GoFundMe is less fees. Thank you for mentioning that too, by the way. I should say that from now on going forward. I guess one hope for all. I'm gonna put this on here because I can't be insulted. One hope for all is the one that was saying they don't support Netflix. She said, or he said, I don't know why doubting people can't believe that you are not in this for the money. Is that an insult or a compliment? I can't read that. It's like a reverse negative. I don't know why doubting people cannot believe that you are not in this for the money. I think that was a comp. Can you rephrase that? Because, geez, my carnivore brain is pretty sharp, but I don't know what you're saying there. I don't know if you're saying that you think I'm in this for the money or that I'm not. But in any case, clearly I'm not. I haven't made a penny off of this. I've spent thousands of dollars on my own. I think that was actually a compliment. I read that a little too quickly, but all right, I got to get through some of these. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Anything you want to chat about Saturday morning, Carnivore, Bill, movie theater, it's just crazy. I'm going to keep checking in. We'll do a little telethon here. Carnivore Diet documentary. What did I say it was at before? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong one now. Let me double check. I'm going to double check Bill's 10,247, 266 donations. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay, let's see some of these comments here. Sorry, I talked too much. The carnivore journals. I have Lyme disease, Epstein-Barr, and so much more to heal. I wish you the best. A famous homesteader that I used to watch, Justin Rhodes, he had Lyme disease and did carnivore for a while. I don't know what his outcome was. I think it helped because I know he was on it for quite a while, but he might be one to check out some of Justin Rhodes' Lyme disease carnivore videos. I shared Bill's videos on 2 forums. Thank you. Thank you. Anything you guys can do. If you watch one of my videos and you like it, or you watch one of Bill's videos, more importantly, if you share it, that goes a huge way. A lot of people don't know this, but YouTube looks at all of the referrals. Who's sending people to these videos? Is it a third-party website, or are they coming from YouTube? When it comes from a third-party website, a forum, a blog, your own Facebook page, YouTube gives it more credit, and they'll end up ranking a little higher, and they'll end up getting more views. So that is wonderful. Someone said, how did Bill afford all that food that got him to 700 pounds in the first place? Junk food, from what he tells me. So maybe that's a question for Bill and not me, but he's on a limited income. He lives in, I think, a house with his brothers on the property. So I don't think he has uh, bills that way. But I think most of his limited income that he was getting was going towards junk food. And he said it was horrible because he would just go on Amazon and they'd deliver it right to his house, all sorts of junky stuff. And that was one way I think he was saving a little bit of money because Alaskan grocery stores are so expensive. I'm not sure. I know he has several brothers that live on the property with him. So that was probably contributing to it somehow. All right. Catching up on some comments here. Laura said, "It's crazy that Netflix requires their approval over filming equipment." I know, and it's so crazy and frustrating, like I said earlier, because this is my camera. It looks little because I got a little lens on it now, but this is a Sony A7 III camera. This is my own camera. I purchased this 4 years ago. This camera is amazing. And if you look at the specs, and if I recorded side by side and had the Netflix cinema approved camera here, you wouldn't even tell the difference. But Netflix has this weird rule, and they're like, they're not going to accept it unless it's on there. So it's good to have standards. I get that, but it gets to a point where it's kind of foolish. Uh, yeah, someone said he was probably eating cheap processed food and a lot of it. Yep, that's the other thing too. You can get a lot of cheap processed food for that. Oh, thank you so much. Way to make a difference, Carrie. Bless you, man. Appreciate it. All these comments have been wonderful. Someone said you helped get more beef for Bill than you got for your movie. Yeah, I guess that's true. Bill outpaced me on the fundraiser, but hey, I'm happy for it. It's amazing. And I guess looking at the positive, that the most positive is if we can get Bill healthy again. What an amazing thing. That's the most important thing. But in addition to that, if Bill's in the Carnivore Diet movie, then hey, it's all going to help because what a story to share in the documentary. You got this, Bill. We got to make a shirt. So I said that in the video a couple times after I got off the phone call with Bill. I was like, "You got this, Bill." Just so fired up, but he's got it. He's definitely has it. PR Mike, my buddy. Mike, if you ever, I was going to say this to you the other day, sir. I don't know if you ever want to be on Homestead How. You want to do a little live stream, a little chat. You've always got such great comments. You've been helping me out a lot with Dr. Kiltz and ideas for the documentary. I would love to have you on anytime and share your story. You should consider having Bill walk out of the house as the final segment of the Carnivore Diet. Same page, my friend. Absolutely. Closing shot. Those doors opening and him walking out of that prison he's been in for 4 years. It's an emotional thing for me and for Bill. I said that to him, and he's like, we've been thinking about the same thing. I'm sure, obviously, Bill has been thinking about that thing for many years now. Francesca. Oh, wow. Let's pitch in more for the documentary. Yes. Thank you. Absolutely. Appreciate it. Newer. $50. I thought that said $4.99. Either way, I appreciate it. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Thank you for all you do. Bless your heart. Carnivores have meaty hearts and generous. We are rooting for you. Can't wait for the movie. Thank you so much. I believe you were on Dr. Barry's live stream with me and you were donating there as well. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Wow. You guys are so generous. Here's something, Jan. Absolutely. Jan, another regular commenter. I was telling Bill this the other day too. Being 700 pounds, he should lose a lot of fat the first month on carnivore. Yes. Yes. That's one of the beauties of carnivore. Like, okay, it's overwhelming that Bill has to think, I got to lose 700 pounds. It's a lot of weight. Yes. But the good thing is the easy weight comes off in the beginning. Like I was saying before, when I got down to like 220 pounds, let's say you're trying to get to 200 and you start at 300. When you go from 300 to 380, that's way easier. When you go from 380 to 360, that's still easier. When you're trying to get from like that last 20 pounds, say you're at 220 and you want to go to 200, and 200 is your ideal weight, that's the hardest weight to lose. But it comes off quick in the beginning, and that's very encouraging for someone that's doing it. Bill, if you're watching this right now or after the fact, think about that, my friend. That first weight's going to start coming off. It's going to start coming off quickly. Margaret asked, I was wondering if you need someone to be in your documentary. I can't start carnivore till next month, but I'm diabetic with horrible arthritis in my knees. I weigh 302 pounds, hard time walking. Yes. So if you go to Carnivore Diet Movie, you can register. We ask you some information. And there, one thing I'm encouraging everybody is start your own YouTube channel. Document your journey. That's the best way to do it. And you can keep it private if you don't want the whole world to see it. It helps you be accountable, and it helps you inspire a ton of other people if you do choose to make it live. And then the third thing is it's great for me because then I can see your journey, and then I can get a better story versus you just giving me one video saying, I think I want to do carnivore. Here's a little video. If we could see that ongoing progress. And so you can register for free at Carnivore Diet Movie. I'm going to be working to try to get some volunteers together to help me because I've been going through those videos and the submissions, and there's some really good ones in there, but there's so many, it's really hard to keep up with. And more and more have been coming in. So obviously, we're not going to be able to put everyone in there. And then the tricky part is a lot of people will register and they want to participate, but some people might not have a good camera, or some people might have a good camera, but not film it all the time. So it's kind of a numbers game. One hope for all. I watched Bill's video 3 times and cried each time. What's great also about Bill is that he had a sense of humor. Yeah, isn't he great? He's just got a big heart. He was kind of laughing 1 minute and then tearing up the other. New t-shirt logo. Carnivores are compassionate. Yeah, that's awesome. Compassionate carnivores. Carnivores are compassionate. And then, you got this, Bill. And it should actually have the name Bill on it. I bet you a bunch of people would pick that up and buy it, just walk around with it. You got this, Bill. The compassionate carnivore t-shirts we sell, by the way, like I said, all goes towards a documentary, but those things are cool. Anyone else have one of those now? Or any carnivore shirt? I wanted to ask, like meat eater or whatever. It's such a conversation starter. And normally I'm not chatting with random strangers, but I've been chatting with so many random strangers with the compassionate carnivore t-shirt on. Every time I wear that, someone's asking me questions. RYU. I keep politics in all forms out of my life. I don't even watch the news. I just keep my thoughts and beliefs to myself as far as that goes. You are doing it right, sir. I started doing that when I started carnivore. I don't know, it's like stoicism or what, but it's been life-changing for me. I have a circle of control and a circle of concern, and I only focus on stuff I can control. I can't control politics. I can't control, oh, but you can go vote. Okay, all these people that are holding signs up and they have the bumper stickers and they're on Facebook all the time posting, this is my political guy. You be on my team. You do it. What does that do? What does it do? If I were to post and say, go vote for Bill for president right now, go vote for Bill for president. If you agreed with my politics, you'd be like, yeah, I should do that. If you disagreed, you would ignore it. It doesn't have any net change. That's why I don't focus on politics, especially when you're trying to do the carnivore diet or overcome some huge weight loss goal. You have limited brain power. It's a big task, losing a whole bunch of weight and transforming your life. So I would rather instead focus 100% of my energy on things I can control. That's myself and my decisions, not what's happening on the news. So I agree with you 100%. Someone said, what's Bill's channel called? Well, let's see here. It's just Bill Knott, BILLNOTT, and I have a link for it in the description below. And let me see, maybe I can just put one. Maybe I can just put one right here for you. If I copy the YouTube link, it comes up weird. So it's just, let me type it. It's just BILL, and then it's NOTT. And there's no K in his last name. NOTT. So if you look up Bill Knott, you should be able to find it. No, someone else counted. Someone's talking about Rumble. Yeah, I got to get on Rumble. I used it a long time ago. Dr. Barry is a fan. I think it's great. It's awesome. There's less censorship like YouTube has. But you're absolutely right. It's just such a smaller audience. So you actually have to send people over to Rumble to watch it because there's not as many on there. But it is growing from what I've heard. Eat Meat Feel Good. Love the name. Take time with the kids. My kids are a little older. All switched after seeing your results like Carrie. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I'm reading through the comments here. If you have any questions, leave them below, please. One hope for all, getting lots of comments in here. Appreciate it. I don't mind YouTube because regular people like us are on here who actually help people. I cannot be on Netflix as myself who can put out what my message is for people. I can't do that on Netflix. I get that you can't do that on Netflix, but through this Carnivore Diet documentary, potentially you could if you were in the documentary. But I understand what you're saying. Your energy is surreal, Carrie. Thank you for saying that. It's so funny hearing that still to this day because prior to Carnivore, complete opposite. People are like, oh, you're the Carnivore hype man. Well, this is why. This is why. I didn't have this energy on Carnivore. I was a grump. I was fatigued. I was in a bad mood all the time. I thought at first when I started Carnivore, maybe this was all that built up energy I didn't have from before, but no, my energy level and motivation has just continued to grow as I've gotten further and further along in Carnivore. Where am I now on Carnivore, by the way? Anyone want a quick update? I don't even remember. I'm losing track of the days. Everyone always asks me, what app do you keep looking at? It's just called Days Counter. It's a free app. Carrie is on Carnivore for 131 days. And today is my 43rd day strictly lion. I am a lion for life. Huge shout out and thank you to my good friend and original Carnivore inspiration, Dante from Frigno Freedom. He emailed me yesterday, congratulated me on Dr. Barry, Dr. Baker. And you know what I did? He's like, I tried to get a hold of Dr. Baker and I couldn't. So I emailed Dr. Baker's people back. I said, I had a great time on Dr. Baker's podcast. And then I said, but you guys are missing a very important person that you need to have on your podcast. His name is Dante from Frigno Freedom. He inspired me initially to start Carnivore. He's inspired so many other, and the guy has a great story. I said, you need to have him on the podcast. They responded back. They're like, you're absolutely right. And then they emailed Dante and they said, here's our calendar, pick a time. And we're going to have you on Dr. Baker's podcast. So pretty stoked about having a little part of that because I want to give Dante a big hug. His story was so inspirational for me. I still thought he was crazy, and I still wasn't going to start Carnivore just on Dante's testimony alone because I thought he was an outlier. And then I went down the Dr. Barry research hole before I decided to actually do it. But if you guys aren't watching Dante from Frigno Freedom, you're missing out. That man is an inspiration and practicing what he preaches. And he was on my channel, and he's like, Kerry, I just hit day 900 of strict lion. I was like, if you can do lion for 900 days, I could do it for 10 days. So that was on my day 90. And I did 10 days on lion. I felt amazing. And I've stuck with it ever since. I eat one meal a day and I feel great. Yesterday, I did a trifecta. I got to show you guys this. I'm going to publish the video. A company sent me this little sampler pack. It was like a little New York strip steak, Wagyu, a little ribeye steak, and some ground beef. I don't normally get stuff sent to me for free, but if it's meat, I will take it. And I'm not getting paid to talk about it either, but I'm going to do a little video on it because it was delicious. Emma and I cooked it up. I called it my trifecta meal. I got to have another one of those sometime. Judy H, $50. Thank you so much. Amazing. Addicted Paul, $10 more. Carrie, in another video of yours, you were talking about a family member of yours with well-behaved kids and their diet. Do you have any lined up to talk about with children's nutrition and behavioral? Sir, you are on point. Yes. So this family I was talking about were my cousins, and they came over a couple of weeks ago, and I did a video on them. And this is another Carnivore realization I had. I've known these folks for years before I started Carnivore, and there's this weird thing. It's just like my girls and myself and even my wife are always like, we got to have those cousins and their children over again. Their kids are younger than my kids. They're just the sweetest, most joyful, happy kids running around, playing, excited. They're just so fun to be around. And it was remarkable. It was so noticeable that after they left, we talked about it. And then over the years, we're always like, can they come back over? Can they come back over? Anyhow, they came over again. And of course, they're like, oh my God, Carrie, what happened to you? You lost all this weight. I told them about Carnivore, and I started talking to them. We talked for 3 hours around a campfire, to my cousin and his wife. And basically what they told me was they're not quite Carnivore, but they're interested in it. But they're pretty darn close to Carnivore. Let me put it this way. They're doing 99% better than most of the population in America. So their kids have no sugar. Their kids have none of these red dyes, seed oils, none of that garbage, none of it. And they haven't like their whole lives. And they're like, it's nice of you to compliment my kids for being so well-behaved and everything like this, but that's just what a natural kid should be like. We're not shaming these other kids. And I did it with my kids. I gave them a bunch of junk. I feel horrible. It was just the way I was brought up the same way. But They said there's other families they're friends with whose kids are the same way. They don't give them sugar or any of the junk food, and they're almost like little carnivores. And those kids behave the same way. And they notice it too. They said, I noticed my friends' kids behave this way. And then you see the kids that are on the sugar and they're on the dyes and are on all of these things. And what's happening to them? The terrible twos. They have ADHD. They have learning disorders. They can't sit still. They're throwing hissy fits all the time. Like, yeah, kids will cry and they'll have temper tantrums, but to the extent that my children did it, and that I probably did it, and that most children do it, I think is large part due to nutrition and what they're eating, and that's affecting how they're behaving. So, long story short, Paul, wonderful comment. Yes. In fact, that whole thing, I want to have children in the Carnivore Diet documentary. The thought with the diet documentary was we're going to have these different health issues. So, of course, obesity, type 2 diabetes and reversing it, depression and anxiety is a big one I want to cover, stomach issues, IBS, autoimmune disorders, women's health was a big one. And it was going to be those things. But then I was thinking of a different framework, and I'm still tossing this idea around is what if we covered it in a chronological order by age? And we start with a baby. Did you guys know this? When a baby's born, it's born into ketosis. And I said this to Dr. Barry the other day. I said, this is one of my other carnivore epiphanies. Babies, when they're first born, before we start getting them sadly addicted to sugar and junk food, babies are natural. That's what I am like as a carnivore. That's why I'm so excited. And people say you're so inspirational, but that's why I'm so excited. I'm just a natural 42-year-old. This is what every 42-year-old should be like. Why am I natural? Because I don't have inflammation anymore. I don't have depression and anxiety. I'm sleeping. Now, if you look at a baby's natural because it's eating natural food before we start giving it sugar. Have you ever seen a baby that has sleep apnea? Have you ever seen a baby that has depression and anxiety? Have you ever seen a baby that has HS, like pimples and skin condition all over its whole body? Have you ever seen a baby that was arthritic and crunched over and could barely walk? No, because that baby's eating the natural diet that's intended to eat until we start poisoning it and getting addicted to sugar for the rest of its life. Sorry, I'm going off on a rant here, but this is, Paul, you've really had a good comment here. And this is something I've been brainstorming, kind of not changing the Carnivore Diet documentary, but restructuring it in a chronological order by age, starting with the baby. And then the young kids, like my cousins, like what is a typical young kid on the standard American diet doing versus one that's not eating all that garbage? And then kind of go through the age from there. And then maybe we get teenagers and my daughter Lily and some of the issues she's had through her teenage years with the blood clots she had. That was in large part, I think, due to nutrition in retrospect. So wonderful question. Sorry, I could go on talking about that for hours, but thank you so much for your input. Who wants to volunteer? Let me ask this, and I'll get some more of the questions. But I want to put together, I'm not asking for a bunch of free work, but ideas like Paul just gave me and Primal Mike have been giving me. I'm thinking maybe we do like a committee, maybe every 2 weeks or maybe every week where we meet and we sit down and we talk about the Carnivore Diet movie and where we're going and the structure, because this is the part I'm at now. I have a lot of it roughed out and outlined, but we don't have all the individuals picked yet for each section. So I can't really script what people are going to say. It's going to be natural depending on their situation and scenario. Someone overcoming type 2 diabetes, for example. But there's a structure and a flow to it. And then incorporating all of the different doctors as specialists for each one of those. So I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe having a committee, volunteers that want to help with that. Here we go. Westfield 90. Thank you, Westfield 90. You are a regular super chatter. I appreciate it. Any advice on how to recover from a bad cheat day? I'm so sorry to hear. Middle of losing my dad, so lots of stress is keeping me from being disciplined. So if you've already had the bad cheat day, the best you can do is just get started over again. Bacon helps a lot of people if you're starting to have cravings or you're trying to get over that cheat day. If you cheated, your blood sugar is probably messed up and you might start having those sugar cravings again. Bacon is really good advice for that. The other thing that I always tell people is try not to look at it in the long term. So you're probably like, oh, I was going for 30 days and I screwed up on day 15. Don't worry about all of that. Try to just think of the immediate. You can do anything in 1 second, in 1 minute, in 1 hour, in 1 day. So break it down shorter and just say, just for 1 hour, I'm not going to eat any sugar. I'm going to eat healthy. And then when you get through that hour, now make it 1 day. You can do anything for 1 day and then get back on it. Also, I encourage you this, really think now. Don't just have the cheat day and then be upset with yourself, but really think about this. Was it worth it? When I did keto on and off for years before finding carnivore, I had this stretch of time where I did a cheat day every Saturday, and every single Saturday, I would look forward to the cheat day. Oh, I'm gonna have a bunch of sugar and carbs and junk, and I would go into it with good intentions. I'm just gonna start with some strawberries or something, and then I'm just gonna take it easy this time. And inevitably, I eat a bunch of junk food. Every time I had a cheat day, the next day I felt miserable. Never once did I say, "Oh, wonderful! I'm so glad I had that cheat day. I deserved a break because I've been just eating carnivore this whole time or strict keto." I've never felt that way. So start asking yourself those questions. How do you feel after that cheat day? Was it worth it? And think about what happens too. This is the last thing I'll say. Think about what's going to happen too if you continue along this cheat. Picture yourself 5 years from now. What if you just done with carnivore? I'm just going to keep eating this way. Where are you going to be 5 years from now? If you just start right now, the beauty of this is too. You cheated. Some people might be like, "Oh, I'm not a carnivore anymore," whatever. Like it's some group. That's all. That doesn't matter. You cheated. The second you decide you're done, it's a decision in your head. It's like turning a light switch. You decide, I'm the captain of my own ship now. I'm in control. That's when like the shame of cheating and all of that can go away. I don't care if you're 700 pounds like Bill. Bill doesn't have to have any shame right now. He's made the decision that so many people out there are too scared to make or will make excuses and won't make. He's decided he's going to be the captain of his own ship, and he started Carnivore Diet, and he's been eating strictly Carnivore Diet. The second you make that decision, it doesn't matter if you're 700 pounds or not. You're good in my book. You're on the path. So I'm really sorry to hear about your dad, though, and I'm wishing you well, and I appreciate all of your comments. Megan Smith, $5. Thank you. Carrie, thank you for all you do. Any advice on how to start a YouTube channel if I'm already halfway to my goal? Do it. Start it right now. It doesn't matter if you're halfway to your goal because there's millions of people out there. I really think there's millions of people out there. The more I walk around and talk, there's so many carnivores in the closet. But anyhow, start in the middle. There's people in the middle. Just do this right now. Your next video you do, say you're on day 150, Carnivore Diet day 150. Do a video like that and see what happens. You will get a lot of people watching it. People love those update videos. They want to see how maybe they're on day 150, maybe they're on day 100, thinking about what it's going to be like on day 150 for them. Plus, you have all of this built up that you could go back on. So you start your YouTube channel now and you can say, well, I didn't film the first day, but here's what's happened. Here's my story. I started at 220 pounds. That was my first day at 220 pounds. I did it for this reason, this reason, this reason. What stopped you from doing it? What convinced you to do it? Those things are going to really genuinely help people. There's so many people out there that want to start carnivore and change their life forever, but they're scared to, and there's roadblocks. And these examples and your inspiration can help them get over the roadblocks. So start it right now. Absolutely. And it'll help you continue on your own journey, but it's going to inspire other people. Start doing some shorts. It's fun doing shorts too. I'll just do it like, hey, here's my trifecta of meat I did today. It's a 60-second video. My wife Jen has been putting those up. They get like 8,000 views. And it's just amazing because you get all these comments from people. This inspired me. It's helping me keep going. And then they comment back and it inspires Jen. It'll inspire you too. Someone said, I'm so excited for the documentary. Will it have people from different countries or just the US? Absolutely. We're not discriminating anything. I don't care what country you're from. I don't care who you are. The criteria is, are you succeeding on carnivore with a true story? And is it going to inspire people? If you have an inspirational story, that's what we're looking for. But you guys have heard me talk about my friend Alex from the UK many times. I'm sure I showed him to Dr. Barry on the live stream. Alex got a kick out of that. Alex is from Liverpool, and I 100% definitely want Alex to be in the documentary. He's a 65-year-old man that is thriving on carnivore, and he looks like Dr. Barry guessed he was like, I think Dr. Barry said he thought he was 35 or 36. The man's 65 years old. It's just amazing. Let me see here real quick. I'll have to find a picture of him and share it with you guys. I got to be careful because so many of you on here, like Carrie, I've heard this already. You talk about this stuff, but then there's always so many new people that are on these streams and stuff that have never even heard me or my story. Here, let me just show you guys this real quick. If you haven't seen him yet, I don't have the exact page, but this is my friend Adam from another country who I am hoping will agree to participate. I've already asked him. I think he said he wanted to. He's got his own channel now too. So can everyone see that okay? Close this out here. So I've already given it away, but that's my friend Alex from Liverpool. He's been a carnivore now for well over a year. And if you look at the picture on the left, look in the picture of the right, that man on the right, Dr. Barry guessed 35, 36. That man on the right is 65 years old. That was a wonderful conversation with Dr. Barry, too. Because I said to Dr. Barry, I said, look at this man. He's reversed aging through carnivore diet. Isn't it amazing? And Dr. Barry said, well, Carrie, let me correct you. I was like, oh, go ahead, please do. And he was absolutely right. Of course he was. He's Dr. Barry. He's going to be right. He said, I don't think he's reversed aging. I think what's happening there is that picture on the right, that after, that is what a 65-year-old natural human being should look like. One that hasn't eaten a standard American diet, one that hasn't slowly poisoned themselves with sugar throughout their whole lives, one where their body isn't full of inflammation. So that's what a natural human should look like. I'm like, you're absolutely right. We aren't anti-aging. We're just looking like what a natural person should look like. So yeah, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent there. But for anyone that hasn't seen Alex, that is my friend Alex. And he's got an awesome YouTube channel. I'll have to throw a link down in the description below. He's just started YouTube. He's sharing his stories, inspiring so many people. He's just such a friendly, nice guy. It's so cool too, because he's been watching my YouTube channel before I ever started carnivore for years, my homesteading stuff. Jalen McKenzie, Jana Lynn McKenzie, $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. And another one from Jana Lynn. I'm going to do a video soon. I have been doing shorts since day one. Awesome. Bill has given me the courage to do so. Yes, please. I'm dead serious. As soon as you do it, email me, homesteadhow@gmail.com, or you can reach me any other way. Give me your channel name. I will subscribe and I will support you. Anyone on here that's doing YouTube and sharing their carnivore journey, I'm on a mission to share this with as many people as possible. I will subscribe to your channel. And if I can, my time is kind of limited lately, but if I can promote it in any way possible, I'll do it. And I watched these. This morning, I watched Dante from Frigno Freedom. I caught up on Amanda from Carnivorous Me. I watched Carnivore Kip. He did a day in the life with his wife, and they went to a Brazilian steakhouse. And it was really cool because someone came up to Kip, and they recognized him from the video that Kip and I did together smoking meat, and they actually bought him and his wife lunch. So that was pretty awesome. If you came to my house, my family hates me. They're like, enough. And they're all doing carnivore. They're like, enough. We're all doing carnivore. We don't need to continually watch all these YouTube videos about carnivore and talk about it 24 hours a day. But we do. We do. I will follow your channel, Jana Lynn McKenzie. Please share it with me. And thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, I got to go. I got to get some of these comments. Wow, 462 people. Thank you so much. Anyone's new here, we were talking about and updating on Bill. If you don't know Bill's story, there's a link in the description below. It describes it exactly. I'm going to just click over real quick and check the fundraiser. It was at $10,200 earlier. Let's see what it's at together. Now I will share my screen. Boom. We are at $10,372. So it just keeps ticking up. It was we're over 100 more since the last time we checked. Just amazing. Someone said Amazon has digital scales that go up to 500 pounds. Thank you. I found one yesterday that did 400. So yeah, if he can get to 500, he can get two of those. There were 350 ones on there, and he was worried that he would be over the scale. 350, 700. He could be up to 800 for all he knows. It was a couple years ago that he weighed himself, and he was at 600. Love this comment. Love it. That could be a shirt. Butter and salt don't need popcorn. Absolutely right. Man, there's so many good t-shirt ideas out there. Oh, we're getting a lot of comments. Sorry, I'm still catching up. I'm definitely not in it for the money. Thank you for that comment. I'm absolutely not in it for the money, 100%. I get fired up about that because I truly believe we're in this situation. When I go to the grocery store, 99% of people are sick and unhealthy and inflamed and fatigued and overweight because of greed and money. And so I don't want greed and money playing into this. I'm volunteering my time for all of this. And like I said, someone said, well, you get the camera equipment. I really don't want that camera. I love this camera. I've gotten used to using it. It's like a woodworker that has his favorite chisel. Now I got to learn to use that whole new chisel. So if I can sell the camera equipment and the lighting equipment at the end of this documentary, I will, but I kind of don't want to, because then I'm thinking, what if there's a part 2? Or what if there's another intriguing carnivore story we can share with people? We can do another documentary. All right, I'm catching up on these here. Stephanie said, "Don't get bit by the Lone Star tick. Thank you for my service. It's changed my life." Thank you for your comment. Those comments are what keep me fired up and keep doing more videos like this. Jeremy said, "I don't care where you get the documentary. I cannot wait to see it. God bless you for your message, hard work." Thank you so much. Yeah, Lone Star tick can cause a reaction where you can't tolerate red meat. A lot of people were asking me that about Jen. I don't think that's the case for her, but thank you. I didn't never knew that fact. That's very interesting. I don't think that's the case for Jen. And people are like, "But you live in the country." She had an aversion to meat before we lived in the country. We used to live kind of in a more urban city kind of area, and it's her whole life she's had this issue. Someone said, "Does Netflix have a deal with the camera companies?" No, it's just the quality level. So the cinema camera, it's just slightly better. It's more cinematic, resolution, stuff like that's higher. And I guess they're doing it for those reasons, which is, I guess, there's a good purpose to it. You don't want to have someone film a whole documentary on like a crappy flip phone or something like that, and obviously they're not going to take it then. So they want to adhere to a certain standard. Okay, here's a good question. Mary, I'm intrigued. Love to watch you. Emma and Jen, how is Jen? I'm wonderful. Emma's great. Jen has been suffering so bad. I feel so horrible for her. I'm trying to be supportive as much as I can, but not to share our marital things with you. Well, I'm going to share them on Tuesday's video, I'm sure. She's on day 20 of carnivore. For 4 days, she like ate nothing but an egg here or there. I got her these bile salts. Maybe that would help. She's so bullheaded. She's probably watching this right now. She just doesn't listen. So when she started carnivore, I was like, "You've been doing vegan, vegetarian." She wasn't vegan. Emma was vegan. Jen was vegetarian. She still had eggs. I said, "You've been doing vegetarian. You got to ease into carnivore." She didn't listen. She's like, "Emma jumped right in. I'm going to jump right in." So she jumped right in, which was a mistake. She shouldn't have. And now I'm like, she had her legs there was so much water in her legs for years. And almost all that went away on carnivore the first couple of days. But I'm like, "Jen, you're processing a ton of water. You have to get electrolytes. You're going to flush through all the electrolytes in your system." And so for the last 5 days, she's just been feeling horrible. I'm like, "It's the keto flu. You have to get more electrolytes." And every day I've been telling her, and every day I got her this. Sorry, I'm ranting now, but I got her this gallon jug and I filled it up with Element raw electrolyte stuff. I said, "You have to drink like this whole thing today. You have to." I came back like 8 hours later. There was like this much missing. And then she's like, "I'll do more. I'll do more. I'll do more." So long story short, she's so bullheaded and she's been suffering so much. And then she's like, "I'm trying to drink the electrolytes, but it hurts my stomach." And she's nauseous all the time. I said, "That's because you're not getting enough electrolytes." I've had the same issue, and I've had issues before where I felt that way and I get electrolytes and then it's just like minutes later you start feeling better. So I'm like, "Just drink the electrolytes, please." She drank some more and she still didn't feel well. So now here's her new plan. She's still planning on doing carnivore, but she's going to try to do what she should have done initially and do more ketovore. She had some cottage cheese yesterday. And so she's going to try to do ketovore until she can get her stomach back in order. I feel horrible for her because, well, on one, I'm like, this is your decision. You decided to jump in and you decided not to get the proper electrolytes. I get it though, because her stomach's hurting. So I'm trying to be compassionate to her for that reason. And she has really been tough. I got to give credit where due. She's been suffering these last 5 days, whether it was from her own choice or decisions or not. She's really been suffering. So she started feeling better a little bit yesterday. She had some cottage cheese and she did drink some more electrolytes. And so she's gonna keep doing her daily updates. She's been doing one every single day. Did she miss one yesterday? Now that I'm thinking about it, she's gonna keep doing her daily updates. She's gonna do ketovore for a while until her stomach feels better, and then hopefully jump back into carnivore. A lot of people said too, it might be just going right to the red meat and start with some easier meat. I only eat red meat, but she should maybe start with some easier meat, like some turkey or something like that, or some fish, maybe some salmon, and ease into it. Emma's thriving. She's doing great. And I'm like, we got to do another video together. We were just the beef butter bacon egg bowl one. That one just really blew up. And a lot of people have mentioned that. I was like, we should do some more videos together. So she's interested in doing some more together. Dr. Barry was just talking in his video yesterday, someone who was 600 pounds on how to start. Bill needs to watch this. Thank you. I'll have to check that one out. There was another person from Bella's gang channel, a woman that lost 700 pounds. A lot of people sent me her story and pictures, and I did share all those with Bill. People like Bill are all the reason for this movie. It's a win-win. It's amazing to see this coming to be. I agree. Thank you. Someone said, "That's awesome. I'd love to see carnivore-friendly snacks at the theater. I wouldn't mind just sugar-free jerky. I don't need fancy grass-fed or ultra clean. I'm technically ketovore spices." Yeah, so we have a ton of grass-fed beef sticks that are pretty darn clean. They're really, really darn clean. Carnivore-friendly snacks, I agree. The only things that I know of are like those carnivore snacks, and I've tried those, and they're pretty good, but they're $40 a bag. They don't sell a small single-serving bag, so beef jerky, like sugar-free beef jerky is an option. If you guys have any that are stored that I can do, I can't make stuff and put it in the theater for health code reasons. So I can't just dehydrate up my own stuff and sell it there. 41 days, 17 down, losing every day, over the hump. Thanks, Gary. Congratulations. That should be another t-shirt, over the hump. Because when you get over that carnivore hump, it's like you're going skydiving and you're so scared you're going to die. I went skydiving on my 18th birthday. I was so scared I was going to die. And then the chute opens and then it's just a beautiful glide down. It's the most peaceful, nice thing from there forward. You're safe and you're good. You're through the storm, and it only improves from there. On day 50, I thought it can't get any better than this. And then day 100 happened and it was way better than day 50. It just keeps getting better and better. Poor quality, unhealthy food has always been targeted at economically depressed people. Absolutely. This is not new. The chemicals and poisons in processed food would make anyone weigh in at 700 pounds. Absolutely. Yeah, it's really sick what we do. It's really sad too. Dr. Baker said that the other day, and it really hit home for me. It was like this new generation of young kids growing up, none of them know what it feels like to be healthy. They're giving them sugar and juice and junk food and processed garbage from the get-go. None of them, and many of them will never know what it's like to be healthy unless we reach them. They watch YouTube, they see some of these videos, or they watch the Carnivore Diet documentary. That's the goal. Electrolytes are very important for Bill in the beginning. Don't overdo the electrolytes, though. Not too much isn't good either. Yes. I sent Bill a big email about that yesterday and about talking to Dr. Chafee. So, and then I'm hoping he joins Bella's group. So he'll have the one-on-one coaching and the phone calls. A good balance of water and electrolytes is important. You're absolutely right. You can definitely mess that up. I know some people will take electrolytes and then chug gallons of water and it'll just wash those electrolytes through the system. And then you got to find a good medium. Bill should buy a deep freezer and start buying meat on sale to stretch at 8,400 even longer. Yeah, and it's over 10,000 now, by the way. 10,372. Yes, I think that's exactly what he's planning on doing too. He was starting to plan that. I'm hoping I'm going to encourage him. I'm like, do that in the next video. You have this money now. What's the strategy going forward? $50. Thank you so much. You guys are crazy. This is amazing. Carrie, your ideas for the documentary are gold. Love them. Donated to Bill's GoFundMe yesterday. Thank you so much. And I will continue to help our efforts as a community as much as I can. Amazing. Feed Humans. Thank you so much. That sounds really familiar. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, go check out Feed Humans. I think you have a YouTube channel. If you don't, leave another comment down below because I'd love to promote whatever you're doing. I really appreciate your support. Carnivore t-shirts are awesome. I even custom made one myself. That's awesome. Yes. There's so many funny sayings we can start putting on them too. I actually had Jen, she was going to custom make one because we get it through this third-party company and they're great because you can just buy it, but they are a little expensive. We were actually talking at one time because my wife does a lot of stuff with making t-shirts and crafts. I was like, you could just make up a bunch of these and then we could save people a bunch of money, but time is always an issue. Susan Hampton, regular commenter. Yep, Bill Knott. There is Bill's YouTube channel. It's also in the description of the YouTube video below, and it'll take you right over there. What is the best way to eat for those times you run out of carnivore foods? Ooh, that's a tough one. I would suggest not cheating. It depends on your situation. I have to be so careful because everyone's situation is different. But when I first started carnivore, I'm almost 100 pounds down from my heaviest. I didn't lose all that in carnivore, but let's just say this: when I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now, if I didn't have any carnivore foods to eat, I could have easily fasted for 2 or 3 days. I know that sounds horrible, but I've done it many times. When you have that much body fat and you're in ketosis, your body will burn through that fat. My wife Jen, like I said, she suffered on carnivore the last 5 days. She ate like 2 eggs or something. She hardly ate anything. She's basically water fasting. She has the fat on her body to burn to do that. So go for some non-carnivore approved foods. That's just me because if I go off the rails at all, if I cheat at all, I'll be suffering for it. And then going forward, it's just being more prepared. So if you're doing carnivore, like bacon's a good one. When Emma's always prepared, she's got a bunch of bacon made up in the fridge. If she goes to a friend's house or something, she'll have some of those. She'll have some hamburger patties cooked up, ready to go that she could just either eat cold or warm up. But if you run out of carnivore foods, also you got to be a good detective. So maybe if you're traveling and you ran out of carnivore foods, what can you get from the grocery store quick or from a restaurant? I've got a couple of go-tos when we're out and about. We've got Culver's around here, and I think Jen tried Burger King. I don't think those are very clean. I'm pretty sure Culver's burgers are pretty darn clean. So that's kind of my go-to if I'm out and about and I don't have anything in the house. Carnivore's burgers. If you get burgers from Culver's too, you gotta be good about how you order them. Sometimes they'll try to give you like a double cheeseburger, and the cashier, they don't know what they're doing. They'll take everything off. It's more expensive. If you say I want a side of patties, you got to say side. That's the cheapest way to get them at Culver's. Last time I went there, Jen did it. She messed it up and she accidentally ordered me 9 patties instead of 3. I'm pretty sure I ate all 9 of them too, by the way. They were delicious. Is Jen doing better since going more towards keto? This just all happened last night, but yes, she started looking better last night, and she did that right. I think she did that right before the movie, and we had Sound of Freedom, and it went crazy, and she made it right through the rush, and she actually stayed at the theater last night because I had to come back and edit some YouTube videos. She's definitely not 100%, but noticeable improvement. I have a feeling she's going to feel better today. She got a really good night's sleep last night. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the thumbs up and the sharing. I know I always talk about the Carnivore Diet movie and donating, but I totally get it if you can't. If you can't, though, subscribing, sharing. Sharing is huge on YouTube. You hit that little share icon, throw it up on your Facebook page. That could do a world of wonder, spreading the word for the Carnivore Diet Doc. I've seen this shirt too. The best shirt I've seen is I love vegans. I eat them every day with a cow in the background. Yeah, I saw that one the other day. I was going to give the guy a high five. How much of the Keto Chow electrolyte drops do I need every day added to all water consumed? Depends on, some people get fine without any of them. My advice is this: your first week, I would put it in every drink you have. And there's directions on it that show you how much you can have. I did that my first week. But like someone said earlier, you got to be careful. You don't want to have too much or too little. Also, see how you feel. If you're starting to get a headache or fatigue, maybe you need to up it a little. After my first week, when I'm over the hump, so to speak, then I would just have. Sometimes I put a couple drops in my big glass of water in the morning. I always get myself a big glass of water, and there's a couple drops in here right now. But then throughout the day, I don't normally do it unless I do like a big workout or something. Then maybe I'll have some, but I just kind of let my body decide. If I'm starting to ever feel tired or fatigued, maybe I'll have some more. Bunch of questions about Jen. Really appreciate it. Been watching for her updates. Saw that she's doing keto. I think that was a healthy choice as she can transition a little slower. Thank you. Yes, I agree too. I wish she would have done it initially, but we are where we are. No failures. Now we just learn from it, and she'll know not to ever do that again. But yeah, she's feeling better as of yesterday, and we'll see. I think she's going to do a lot better today. Dante is awesome. We're talking about Ferrigno Freedom. Check him out. YouTube Ferrigno Freedom. He's got a great channel. Wonderful person. Been doing carnivore lion diet strictly for years now. Kerry is passionate about passion. He wants us all to experience the ultimate well-being we are capable of achieving. You said it best. Yes, Everybody deserves to feel this way. And when I walk around in my everyday life, nobody's feeling this way. Everybody's sick and fatigued and inflamed. They got aches and pains and depression. And, oh, my shoulder's hurting. I'm like, none of that anymore. You just have to feel like a natural human being. You will never turn back. Dante is a wonderful carnivore, wonderful lion carnivore. Absolutely. He's the man. So excited to be part of this. I couldn't donate much. Oh, that was more than enough. Thank you. Anything helps. 19 days ketovore, but I'm going to start full on carnivore after 48 hours fast. Congratulations. Tell yourself, I am the captain now. I just watched that movie again, too. For people that don't know that reference, it's from Captain Phillips. When the pirates take over the ship from Tom Hanks, the one pirate says to him, I'm the captain now. And that's how I felt when I started carnivore. Yelling, I was yelling at all my old food and junk food and sugar. Like, I'm in control now. You're not anymore. Here's a question. I dropped 20 pounds really fast. Have not been doing it a month yet. I feel fantastic and clothes feel looser, but no inches down. Plus, I'm on my 6th day of working out, 100 pounds to go. Oh, the question is, why are no inches down? Whew. Are you sure you're measuring right? If you lost 20 pounds, you had to go down somewhere. Maybe it wasn't just as pronounced. I mean, people carry their weight differently. That could be part of it. The other thing too is, well, you said you lost 20 pounds, but maybe you're filling in where some of that fat was with a little bit of muscle that's taking up some of that space. But I'd make sure you're measuring correctly. Sounds like you're having amazing progress. It's really cool that you're seeing it that way. Most people are the opposite way, where they're not seeing any weight down, but the inches go down. So either way, you're seeing good progress, which is awesome. I'm so happy you're feeling fantastic. If the clothes are feeling looser, you got to be losing some inches. Maybe you're just losing a little bit here and a little bit there, and it's hard to measure, but overall, it's probably having a significant impact. Mars 54, when I first heard about carnivore, I thought it sounded really nuts, but did not take me long at all when I looked into it. Likewise, everybody, this is crazy. This is insane. How can you just eat meat? You're going to die. You're going to have a heart attack. It's not sustainable. That's why, here's a little plug. Tuesday morning, the wonderful, the amazing. Well, let me show you. I think I got a little picture of him here too, because I was just working on the thumbnail for him. Let me share this with you guys. This is what's going on Tuesday. I'm all in. Let's see. I think it's this one. I'm going to share my screen with you guys here just for a second. This is what's going on Tuesday. You guys see that okay? So what you just mentioned, you thought carnivore was totally nuts. I agree. And so many people feel that too. And they're scared to start. And oftentimes they're scared to start for irrational fears. And why? Because they don't have the facts. That's what I'm trying to get out of here with a lot of these videos is let's get the facts out there. And I've done a video like this with Dr. Chafee. This will be the 3rd one we've done together. Dr. Chafee is the greatest. If you're just jumping on here and you didn't hear this before, he so kindly and generously volunteered his time to just privately coach and help Bill from Alaska. He's so nice. And anyways, this guy's a master. Have you guys seen this? Did you guys see the first Dr. Chafee video I did? I'm trying to throw these things at Dr. Chafee. Please help me out here. If you guys are watching this now, please mention in the chat right now, what were some things that prevented you from starting carnivore? Like Mars 54 said, I thought it sounded totally nuts. For me, it was like, it's not sustainable. I'm going to die of a heart attack. Things like that stop people and pause people from doing carnivore. Those are things I'm throwing at Dr. Chafee. In this video. This is going to be Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central. I just posted it on the channel. It's going to be our 3rd video together. I'm going to try to hit him with all of these things. Arguments against carnivore. Now, please, please, please. These aren't questions. These aren't, hey, Dr. Chafee, I started carnivore and I'm not farting anymore. Please help me. None of that. This is what stopped you from wanting to do carnivore so that we can help other people, so that people out there that are thinking carnivore, they can watch this video and be like, oh, I was worried about having a heart attack, but the way Dr. Chafee explains it, I don't need to be worried about it. So I've got a bunch of questions lined up for him. We covered some really good ones before, but please leave me some below. I posted this on the community before and I got like 100 questions, but they were all personal questions like, I want to switch to lion diet. How do I do X, Y, or Z? We don't want personal questions for this one. If you want to do that, that's awesome. Dr. Chafee does a live stream every week for personal questions. This is more trying to get people that are scared of carnivore, not scared of it anymore. Here's a question. I tried Element salted chocolate the other day and couldn't stand the saltiness. How do you all use that? I don't use the flavored ones. I've tried them. I use the raw. So maybe try the raw and see how that goes. Otherwise, I know Element and a lot of folks say you can dial it around to your taste. So if it says put the whole thing in, maybe just try a quarter of it and see if you can stomach that better. Otherwise, if you just don't like it at all, which it sounds like is the case, try the raw. I have that's all we have. We have 2 huge boxes of the raw. That's all we use anymore. The other stuff has the sweetener in it. I'm not judging anyone. I know it's one of the healthiest sweeteners you can get, but I try to steer clear of all that because my brain is just crazy with sugar. If I get any little taste of any sweetness, no matter if it's the good sweeteners, the bad sweeteners, artificial, whatever, I will go off the rails. Congratulations. Just hit your 1-year carniversary this week. That is awesome. Good job. What an achievement. 514 people on here. Yes, Dr. Barry's wife has a channel and feeds her small children carnivore. She's wonderful. Her channel is great. Her children are great too. Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter, she's been a Lion Diet for years now. I listened to a podcast she did, and she was saying the same thing. She's like, I'm not trying to brag about my children, but it's important to share these truths. Her children are so well behaved. And she says other people she knows where their children are ketovore are so well behaved. And it's like looking at a different species of human, a natural human versus one that's hopped up on sugar and is inflamed and is eating the seed oils and all of the garbage. It's noticeably different. So yeah, I would love to cover that in the Carnivore Diet documentary. I wish we could have some more studies on things like this. Hopefully those will come in time, but we have studies on so much just useless stuff that millions of dollars are poured into just so they can sell pills at the end of them. Most of those studies are demonizing meat to push us to buy more sugar. Imagine if we had some studies on things that would help us like this. I wish I knew about this for my children when they were young. I wish I had these facts. I was just like everyone else. Like, oh, this is just the way I ate. It's not that big of a deal. It's just some sugar and some red dye and there's some seed oils in it. It's just a little bit. It's not going to kill them. Hopefully we'll have some more science and studies on those things going into the future. Feed humans. Jen needs proper stomach acid. Vegetarians don't need much stomach acid for digestion, but we carnivores need it very much. Apple cider vinegar or lemon in the water daily. Thank you so much. I think you hit the nail on the head there for sure. I'm gonna hopefully she's on here right now. She just let the dogs out. I'm gonna tell her that for sure. We have apple cider vinegar here. I don't know if we have any lemon, but we can get some. Appreciate it. This community is amazing because there's thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Do you ever watch a baby breathe stress-free and breath from their diaphragm? Absolutely. Watch a baby, and everything a baby does is natural. Watch a human breathe. Nose, congestion, snoring, not natural. That's one of the simplest things in life too, by the way. The further away you get from natural, everything goes downhill. Someone that's smoking cigarettes, taking a piece of paper and lighting it on fire and sticking it in your mouth, that's pretty far away from natural. Or drinking a drink that's neon green in color or some energy drink, pretty far away from natural. All those things have repercussions. The further away you get from natural, it's like common sense stuff, but so much of us are messing it up, myself included. Someone said, would not recommend using the chocolate element salt unless sprinkling a little on top of something creamy. That would go well with it. That's a cool tip. Chronic back pain gone in 3 weeks due to carnivore. Congratulations, Jason. Stick to it, my friend. It will get better. I had chronic back pain for years. I had it so bad, I was just like, well, I must have injured myself at some point. No, it was inflammation. And I have no back pain. My elbows were hurting the last couple of weeks before I started carnivore, and the pain in my foot, all inflammation. So many people that have this back pain are like, I got to go to the chiropractor. I used to every night for years, Jen would rub my back, like a little temporary relief. None of it. It's all gone. All gone now. If you're out there and you have back pain and you're considering carnivore, consider it again. I've heard that comment from many, many people. Most of us think, "Oh, we injured it at some point. I must have lifted something heavy. I pulled something, or it's my discs. It's something. It's just chronic. It's unexplainable. I'm always gonna have it." No, it's just simple inflammation from garbage food you've been eating. Oh, Jan, good advice. So someone asked what they do after a cheat day. Water fast for a day, clean out all the sugar. That's a great idea. Someone said vaping. I didn't say anything about vaping. Oh, there's so many good comments here. Hit that like button. Thank you. Appreciate it. 523 people. Oh, okay, we've been on here an hour and 40 minutes. Carnivores don't keep good track of time, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. But I'm gonna try to get through and answer any final questions. Hi, Carrie. Finally, I catch you on the live. How many days now? I'm on 130 days of carnivore. You're just amazing and inspiring. Oh, congratulations, Graham. 131, 43 on Lion. 131, 43 on Lion. I got you beat by 1 day, my friend. I'm sorry. I'll fast for 1 day and then we'll be on the same timeline. Congratulations. Shoot me a message if you wouldn't mind. My email is homesteadhow@gmail.com. I'd love to hear more about your story. I think we chatted a little bit earlier, but how are you doing on 130 days? And then my question would be, how has it changed from like day 50 to 130? Because on day 100, I started feeling even more and more better. It's kind of cool being on the same timeline with you. When you have a good enough why, there's no motivation to cheat. Absolutely. Carrie, you are about 2 years away from Oprah or Hollywood. I don't know about that. Did you realize that your documentary could be eligible for awards if it's good enough? Yes, I have realized that and thought about it and looked at some of the different. There's different. Uh, oh, I'm drawing a blank now. Movie premieres, shows like Sundance and stuff. I can't think of the name for some reason that you can take it to. Yes, I have considered that. That would be something for sure. I'm really looking forward to premiering the movie at the world famous Montello Theater. And then my good friend Matt, who runs the theater in Watertown, he's like, we're going to show it there too. So we'll have a double premiere. That one's closer to Milwaukee, which is a big city near here. Carnivorous dude just got home from the hospital, had an emergency appendectomy. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sure you're feeling a lot better now. Hopefully it didn't burst. I had the same thing maybe 10 years ago. It hurt so bad. I went in, and right as the guy was starting to do surgery, it burst. Thankfully, I was on the operating room table, but it took much, much longer because he had to clean it all out and could have died. A lot of people actually die from having a burst appendix because you can get I think you get an infection and all sorts of issues. Hope you're feeling better now, sir. I hope you're on the mend. Kimberly Lane, I want to be on the committee. I was thinking of you the other day. You've been so generous. You moderated before. For Dr. Barry, I was going to ask you, but it was like last minute. I got to get more prepared on some of these live stream things. I would love to have you as part of the committee for sure. I'm looking for a committee so we can brainstorm ideas in the direction. And because sometimes when it's just myself, it's not just myself either. By the way, my good friend Adam, I'm having him on the channel. I might even do that tonight. I emailed him earlier. Adam is a carnivore who graciously has been volunteering a lot of his time helping me on behind the scenes stuff with the documentary. But just the two of us looking at things and going back and forth, sometimes you get too close to it and you got to take a step back. That and then going through all of these submissions is just a huge project that I can't ever get to the bottom to myself. So it's like we could maybe assign some volunteers, like maybe Kimberly, you have a certain specialty. Maybe you overcame diabetes, or maybe it's obesity for you, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's depression for you. And that person will assign to all of the depression submissions, and they can watch them and they can help me form and sort of be the owner of the depression segment of the documentary. That's my thought for the volunteers. I started putting together an email to send out to people for that. So I got to just organize it and do that as the next step. I think that'll be huge. It'd be so much fun to have a committee and have like a regular meeting. One hope for all. Thank you so much for all these super chats. People who cheat shouldn't be so hard on themselves. We all make mistakes. It's how you get back on the wagon that matters. Don't get stuck on the fact you cheated. I agree. It's done with. Now it's time to move on. I'm sometimes harsh on that, but I have had people say to me, other people are like, oh, you just cheated. It'll be fine. You get back on. I'm more harsh on it just for the fact that some people cheat like myself. There's people out there like me that can't moderate at all, and they will fall off the wagon and it'll be the end for them and carnivore will be over. So I've actually had comments in both directions. If you've done it, you cheated, get back on the horse, of course. Don't shame yourself. Tell yourself you're the captain of the ship. But I'm so strict on it, and I encourage people to be strict on it. I encourage people not to start carnivore with the mindset that I'm going to do carnivore for 2 weeks and then I'm going to cheat because I deserve it, because it could completely throw you off the rails, and it might end it all for you. For me, I can't moderate. So for those that don't moderate, just try not to go into this thinking you're going to have a cheat day. This is not Weight Watchers. You don't count your calories for 2 weeks and say, I did a good job. Now I deserve a piece of birthday cake, because it could kick you out of ketosis. And now your body could take a week and you could suffer like my wife has, trying to get back into ketosis with the keto blue and the electrolytes and the water and all that, all for a birthday cake. It's not the same as Weight Watchers. Nick Jones, $10. Thank you so much. Never has the human race needed carnivore like it does now. We need warriors for what is ahead. Warriors eat carnivore. Absolutely. On so many fronts. When you look around, I encourage everyone to do this. I've been working on this thing. Every morning when I wake up, does anyone have this? I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I go out, I let the chickens out. I do my walk. I do my morning exercise. I love it. It's like my little meditation. But my brain always has these ideas in the morning. I've heard other people say that too. I think I heard Joe Rogan on his podcast say he's got like a notepad next to his bed, because you'll forget them oftentimes. But this morning I was thinking of this a lot. Common sense thing that people need to do more of. And it's I was calling it MOTE. MOTE, my own two eyes. I encourage everyone, if you take nothing else away from this live stream today, remember that word, MOTE, my own two eyes. Now, if you think of a moat, the word moat actually means something really small, like an atom. MOTE does. My own two eyes. If you think of a moat around a castle, that's actually spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same, MOAT. What does a moat do? It's a defense mechanism for a castle. Your body is your castle, and the moat around it is supposed to protect you. And this is one way that people can protect themselves more. Just think of moat. In every situation, think of my own two eyes, because there's so much misinformation and garbage and propaganda out there. Now, I encourage you, use your own two eyes the next time you go to the grocery store. This isn't shaming anybody, but just look around and think to yourself, is this really normal? All these people are sick on mobility scooters that are hunched over, and they have arthritis and they're in pain and they're sore. They all look lifeless. They look like zombies. They don't have any life in their eyes. They're like falling asleep. My own two eyes, I look at that now as a carnivore. I'm like, this is crazy. This is not normal, and this is not the way the world should be. Nick Jones is right. The human race needs carnivore like it does now more than ever in the entire world. 20 years ago, you go to the grocery store, you'd see a couple people like that. Now it's like we're in zombie land. Everyone's walking around. Everybody's sick. Everybody has an issue. The other thing, my own two eyes, that I've noticed more is when people tell me, oh, meat, cows, you're going to kill the environment. You're going to kill the ecosystem. I use my own two eyes. This is what I do now. When I drive past my neighbor's property, I see the cows. They're in a huge field with natural grass. The cows are eating the grass. It's the most natural thing in the world. That farmer isn't putting fertilizer in the grass and turning the grass over and trying to get the grass to grow. It just grows naturally. Those cows eat it naturally. They have a humane death, and I get 400 meals from it. My own two eyes, that's the most compassionate diet. And my own two eyes, that's better for the environment than anything else. Now you go look at someone trying to grow Emma's favorite food when she was a vegan, cauliflower. They got to tear the field up. They got to turn the soil up. They got to amend it. They got to put all these harmful chemicals in it. They kill whole ecosystems. They got to spray pesticides all over it just to get it to grow. Using my own two eyes, that's a worse way to do it. Now people argue me and they say, well, they grow all these vegetables to feed the cows. Not my cows. You can do it a right way or you can do it a wrong way. More people should be doing it the right way then. But sorry, I'm going off on another rant here. I'm thinking of doing a video about that. But I encourage everybody, we're in the matrix. When you go on carnivore, you get out of the matrix. Everybody's in the fog. When you go carnivore, you're out of the fog and you can start seeing all this craziness and all these things going around. The human race needs carnivore diet now like never before. I agree with you, Nick Jones. Thank you for that comment. $50. Thank you so much. Amazing. Too much. Thank you, Carrie. Because of you, I started my journey to lose 130 pounds. Wow. Thank you so much for saying that. It always touches me when I hear people say stuff like that. Many prayers to the Carnivore movie to tell the truth. Yes, that's what the world needs right now. The truth. That's why everybody loves Dr. Barry and Dr. Chafee, because these men are speaking the truth in a world of propaganda and lies and misinformation, trying to get us all to eat sugar and be sick and stand all that junk. We need the truth. Female, 47 years old, 10 years, breast cancer survivor. I am the captain and I refuse to be on meds. 48 days carnivore, 27 pounds down. God bless you. You just gave me little goosebumps when you said, I am the captain and I refuse to be on meds. Congratulations. Hey, listen to this, Carrie Jones. You're doing awesome. I'm so happy for you. If you're interested, no pressure, but I love your spirit and your story here. If you ever want to share it on my channel, I'm going on a spree. Carnivores don't sleep. I've been working 18 hours a day, and it's nothing for me anymore. All this week, I got live streams lined up, and I didn't have one tonight. And then my friend Adam, I said, Adam, you should come on the show. You started a new channel, and so he's going to be on the show tonight. But Carrie Jones, if you'd like to be on my YouTube channel, I would love to share your story. As a fellow captain of their own ship, I would be honored to have you on Homestead How. You just send me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com, if you are interested. If you're not, some people are shy. I totally get it and respect you. Please, either way, though, keep me posted. I'm so happy for you. 48 days down, 27 pounds. It's huge. Get off all of those meds. That's going to be huge. I am officially off all of my meds. It's wonderful. You're a natural human now, like God intended. And it's just gonna get better. Day 48, nothing yet. Just wait. Day 60, day 70, day 80, it's gonna get better and better. Thank you so much for the $10 sticker. I really appreciate it. Let me jump back here. I was gonna wrap this up, but this is just going crazy. 525 people. Okay, I need volunteers too. Does Dr. Barry or someone have them kind of go through the comments? I want to read every one of these comments. And then every time I feel so bad because I don't get to the questions. There's so many. If you guys could see, people sometimes comment, they're like, look at the camera. What are you doing? This is crazy. There's just comments flickering down the side. And I don't want to miss anyone's question. I appreciate all of you. Texas Donna said, I'm joining the live stream an hour late. I'm watching from the beginning. Just got to the update for Bill's GoFundMe and I'm just in tears. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Carnivores are compassionate for sure. I just checked again. I refreshed. We're at $10,000, 417, 10,417. The man's going to have enough meat to get him all the way down to his weight loss goal for sure. For sure. God bless you and your family. That's so wonderful what you're doing for all of us and for Bill. I was a vegan for 12 years now. 8 months carnivore. Congratulations. Magdalena. Beautiful name. That's amazing. Congratulations. You too. Homesteadhow@gmail.com. If you have an inspirational story like that, that's a heck of a story. 12 years of vegan, now 8 months of carnivore. I would love to share stories like that. Those are stories that we could put in the Carnivore Diet documentary, but we could definitely start out on YouTube and see how they are. Oh, people are saying unbelievably 65. I'm so far behind now. You guys are talking about my friend Alex. Okay, I'm going to try to jump down to some of these questions here. Kimberly Lane said, subscribe to me. Absolutely. I thought I was already. Kimberly Lane, if you could, put your YouTube channel. I'm searching for it right now. I'll probably find it. YouTube search is horrible. Subscribe to Kimberly Lane, everybody. 152 subscribers. I'm number 152. She's got some inspirational content. Whole food carnivore haul. Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't subscribe earlier, but I am now, and I will watch and I will comment. Everyone go subscribe to Kimberly as well. Just Google Kimberly Lane on YouTube. Question, Carrie, will your documentary include only carnivores or will it include others, ketovore and keto? That's a wonderful question. My initial intention for it is to solely focus on carnivore because there have been several other docs about keto and ketovore, but I am open for anything. I think the main primary focus is carnivore because it hasn't been done before, but we'll see what happens. If someone is keto or ketovore strict and there's a good reason to share that and it's inspirational, I'm all for it. All right, I'm gonna get to these. I'm gonna get to these questions now. 517 people on here. My goodness. Do you crave sugar? Absolutely not. Never. The first week while you're adapting, you crave sugar. Then your body switches from burning that junky, horrible sugar, which is a poison, as your fuel. It switches to burning fat for fuel. And there's scientific studies on this. You can Google it. I'm not making any of this stuff up. Your heart functions better when your body is burning fat for fuel. You're in ketosis. Your brain functions better. There's actual studies on all of that. But once you get over that burning sugar for fuel and you start burning fat for fuel, those cravings all go away. I never crave sugar. They only persist, to this person's point, if you keep eating sugar or you cheat or you're like, well, it's artificial sugar. I'm just having a Diet Coke. If I had a Diet Coke, I would keep having those cravings. So I don't do any of the artificial stuff like that. There we go. Kimberly Lane. Check out her YouTube channel. She's been a wonderful person, leaving great comments, great information, and great support. It's because of people like Kimberly that we're going to be able to get this Carnivore Diet documentary done. Always leaving good comments in here. I wish I would have subscribed earlier. Lots of questions about Jen. She is doing better. She's jumping back into ketovore for a couple of days to try to fix her stomach. She was looking a lot more energized last night. She got a really good night's sleep. And I've been on this live stream and working in my office, huddled in the corner. I haven't talked to her that much this morning yet, but I just saw her taking the dog for a walk, so I think she's feeling better. I don't think she's 100% yet, but hopefully getting closer. As I'm saying all this, I'm scrolling. Tell Jen we are behind her and definitely understand how hard it can be. Absolutely. You guys are amazing. Someone said cottage cheese is carnivore. Yes, that's very true. Very true. Thank you so much, Gentle Ginger. I don't know about Cash App, but this is for your time and energy, Monty. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I wasn't intending on getting this many live chats. This is amazing. I was just hoping to share a little update on Bill, but thank you guys so much. It really means a lot. I am so excited about this Carnivore Diet documentary. So pumped. What a week with everything that happened with Bill and then Dr. Barry. Dr. Barry agreeing to be on board and be a part of the Carnivore Diet documentary. It's just amazing news. And now we got Dr. Hampton coming up this week, Dr. Kiltz coming up this week, Dr. O'Mara coming up. It's unbelievable. Hi, Carrie. Been on Carnivore since April 22nd, age 60, feeling amazing. I love to hear that. Congratulations. I just interviewed a gentleman, 78 years old. That video is coming out soon, thriving on Carnivore. Joe's Frogs down 125 pounds in 7 months on Carnivore. Are you kidding me? Wow. Go lift 125 pounds right now. You probably can't even lift it anymore. My goodness. 424 to 298. I feel 20 years younger. I appreciate all your videos and can't wait to see the documentary. Joe's Frogs. Open invitation. homesteadhow@gmail.com. That's one heck of a story. If you want to share it, it's fun, man. We just go on, we do a little YouTube, we talk, share your story. If you're interested in inspiring other people, 120 pounds, feel 20 years younger. Congratulations. And thank you for the super chat. All right. I'm scrolling here. I'm going to get to these. Someone said McDonald's, just the burger meat. Dr. Barry does that when he's out. Yeah, I've heard that one too. I think I see Dr. Baker do that too. Hey, look who it is. Bill here. Good morning, brother. Hey, Bill. 11:30. I'm so sorry, Bill. I'm so far. I should just go to the bottom. I'm so far behind on these chats. I'm going to see if Bill said anything else. Bill, how are you doing today? A little shock when you woke up. This is the man himself. So, Bill, I did a little update. Oh my goodness, I'm so far behind. I wish I could search this. Bill, if you left another comment or you're still here, please maybe leave another comment. Oh, there we go. More Bill comments. Hey, Carrie, it's Bill. Great steam, brother. I'll be emailing you later to take out a couple updates and a couple more questions. Awesome. Oh, this was from Bill. This was just a couple of minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so as soon as I jump off of here, Bill's saying, hi, everyone. That is Bill. That is the man, Bill Nutt. So go subscribe to his channel. What was the app that you used? It's called Day Counter. It's a free Android app. If you just go on the App Store and type in Day Counter, you should be able to find it. It's really cool. You just put your days in and it counts it down for you. Bill Knott, thank you, everyone, sincerely. $2 from Adrian Williams. Thank you so much. 3.5 months in, down 60 pounds. A1C, 4.8, age 60. Great progress. Congratulations. Bill Knott, will you be sharing an email address or P.O. Box address? I'll leave that one to Bill. I think, Bill, if you do share an address, it should be a P.O., not your home address, of course. Email address, I'll leave that one up to Bill to answer. Bill, just keep in mind, if you want to put your email, that's wonderful, but you sir, are going to get inundated. So that's completely up to you, of course. I just don't want you to get overwhelmed because I think you already saw some of that yesterday. Just wait when you put your email address in there. But Carrie, you're going to need an assistant pretty soon. This is like snowball rolling. Yes. Yeah, that is very true. I'll have to see about that. Yay, Dr. Sean O'Mara as well. Yes. Looking forward to it. We haven't scheduled it yet, but he emailed me twice now, and I felt that I missed the first one. There's Bill. Glad you got me now. There's so many comments. Yes, I'm getting buried, Bill. Bill, I am so happy for you. I'm so glad we got all this going. And Bill emailed me earlier. He's like, he was kind of like, did you think this would happen? No. Bill, I thought maybe we would get you to like $1,000 and that would be awesome. You can get maybe like a quarter cow or just some meat and get you going. And then my thought was, then we will we'll get your YouTube going and hopefully get you some money coming in from YouTube. Did I ever imagine that you would have $10,422 raised on GoFundMe in less than 24 hours? No, not even close. The carnivore community is just absolutely amazing, insane. I'm so happy for you, Bill, though. I think on one of your next videos, we should talk about that. You should talk about that. What with all these funds, it's a lot to take in. You got to do some planning. People were suggesting they're like, you could get like a chest freezer and buy like a huge portion of a cow and really stretch it. Like, how many years could that last you if we like run the calculations? It's just wonderful. I'm so happy for you. That was one of the big roadblocks and hurdles for you, was starting carnivore in Alaska where food's so expensive. And now we've gotten you through that roadblock. Now your YouTube channel, Bill. Sorry, I'm just talking to Bill now while everyone's here. But Bill, if you're still on here, what is so exciting for me, Bill, is the fact that your YouTube channel, I'm going to go refresh it right now. Bill's YouTube channel. Bill, on your YouTube channel, you have 3,650 subscribers now. That, my friend, is amazing. You had 40 yesterday. My goal and thought when I was like, I'm going to help you, Bill, was I'm going to get Bill to 1,000 subscribers. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 months, but we're going to get there. In one day, you have exceeded 1,000 subscribers. You have 3,400 subscribers. Just for people that don't know, that's so critical because to get monetized on YouTube, Bill has to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. So, and getting 1,000 subscribers for most people, anyone out there doing YouTube can probably attest to this. It could take months. It could take a year to get 1,000 subscribers. It's slow going. It's not easy when you're just starting out on YouTube. So I'm so happy for you, Bill. It's I told Bill as soon as he's happy and comfortable to do it. I'm so sorry, guys. The phone keeps ringing. I was just going to answer it on the live stream. That'd be kind of funny, but they hung up. They're probably asking about the movie we're playing tonight. Bill, when you're happy and comfortable and you want to do it, we got to do a video together. We can do one live or off camera. That would be a lot of fun. Someone asked, what is Bill's channel's name? It's his name, Bill Knott, and I have the description. Anytime I talk about Bill, the description will be in the comment below. BILLNOTT. Oh, there we go. That's the question, and there's the answer. And if you can't find it, because sometimes YouTube search is horrible. If you can't find it searching YouTube, just click the link in the description below. Judy said, I want to send you a package next month if you're good with sharing a P.O. box. Yeah, I can do that, Judy. I'll put it in one of my next videos. Cool. Yeah, Bill, if you get a P.O. box, please let me know. And just be ready for it. I'm trying to be careful that Bill doesn't get overwhelmed. I mean, we went from 0 to 100 miles an hour with all of this. So, Bill, I hope you're doing well. I'm so happy for you. I saw your email earlier, and my only advice for you is just take it slow. The most important thing aren't all of these comments and leaving a little heart next to all the comments. It's so nice that you're doing that. But the most important thing is that you're successful on carnivore, and you're asking all those questions and you're getting your electrolytes. Like I said, Dr. Chafee's graciously volunteered if you want to have a call with him. And Bill, while I'm just talking to you and 509 other people on here right now, the other thing that was big news was Bella, beef and butter. Sorry, I got to just type this quick, and then I'll talk properly. Steak and Butter Gal. Jeez. Steak and Butter Gal, Bella. They have a really awesome group. If you're starting carnivore, you can join this group and they will support you. And they actually do regular phone calls and coaching. And my good friend with the documentary, he's a part of that group. And he's joined all of these groups because there's a lot of different groups you can join if you're doing carnivore. And he swears that Bella's is the best. He says it's helped him stay on carnivore. And they emailed me this morning, Bella and her team, and they said, Bill can be a part of the group for free and get free coaching. So highly encourage you, Bill, to take that on for sure. I asked them, how does Bill get in touch with you? So I'm waiting for them to give me the information so that you'll have it, Bill, and you can sign up if you'd like. So I'll shoot you an email with that later, Bill, but I think that's a huge thing. Someone asked if I've checked in with any of the carnivore diets dentists. I've noticed a big change in overall health of my gum. I haven't, but I would like to. And then I think about the documentary. That'd be cool to add in there too, but then the documentary is getting so long. But my gum health has been remarkably improved on carnivore. No more gums bleeding. None of that slime I used to get on my gums. Just feels so much better. Carrie, don't get rid of the camera too soon. Follow-up videos would be awesome. Can you spell sequels? Yes, absolutely. That's what I've been thinking too. Oh, this is a huge one. Finding Lindsay. Didn't have a period for 3 months. Thought I was infertile. Did a month of carnivore and was pregnant. Meat heals, guys. That is amazing, Lindsay. I'm so happy that you found that. That hits close to home for me because my daughter has all sorts of issues in that regard. They think she has endometriosis. I'm having the wonderful, if you guys don't know this man, Dr. Kiltz. He specializes in all this stuff. Infertility, periods, women's health. Dr. Kiltz is amazing. He's going to be on my channel in like a little over a week. But I'm hoping to have him in the Carnivore Diet documentary to talk about this very subject, endometriosis, infertility, and women's health. If you guys aren't following Dr. Kiltz, you're missing out. He's wonderful. And I highly encourage you, go check him out. Dr. Kiltz, Kiltz. Bill said it's been beyond crazy. He's extremely thankful and humbled and don't even have the words. God bless everyone. Yeah, God bless you, Bill. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening. Bill, you've watched a lot of the Steak and Butter Gal videos. I'll definitely take that offer. Awesome. Do it, Bill. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, Bill. I keep saying do it. Bill, we're going to make a t-shirt that says, do it, Bill, do it. And Bill's just like, I am doing it. You already started carnivore and you're doing it. But yeah, I'm so pumped for you. That's awesome that you watch her videos. I've seen her videos over the years, and I wish I've watched more. I believe Emma's watched quite a few of her videos, Bella's, because she was vegan and turned carnivore, and just like Emma's doing. So, yeah, I can't express, Bill, how important that is. My friend Chad, he struggled on carnivore, and he owes so much of it. These were his own words to Bella's Steak and Butter Gal. It's called Bella's Gang, her group that you can join. And he said the coaching they do is just amazing. And this man, Chad, has tested all these other groups. He's a member of like all of them. He could literally do like a report on these. And he said, this is the best one. This is the one to do. And they're willing to do it for no cost. So yeah, that's going to be awesome for you. Could be a cool video too, Bill. Just going like, hey, I just did my coaching and now kind of here's what I learned and here's what I'm going to think about. Anything you can share, Bill, on your journey and your struggles and the truth and what's working and what's not working and that's going to help people so much. Just any short video on your update, Bill. If you're like day 4 carnivore, I made a bacon cheeseburger. You're like, that's not worth a video. Trust me, that's worth the video. That and just a couple words about what's going on, any struggles, anything new, what you learned. Maybe you watched a new video from Steak and Butter Gal and you learned something. Share that. People will love to hear anything, Bill. Just share your story and share your progress. That's what people want to hear. Jill D says, Dr. Kiltz's ice cream is great. I've heard that from several people. Yeah, I haven't tried that. My friend Chad did. Hey, look, I made it to the bottom, 12:15. Last comment from Texas Donna. So wonderful to spend my Saturday morning with such beautiful people. I agree 100%. Wow. Let's check one more time, and then I got to wrap this up. We have a private party coming to the movie theater today, so I'm going to be at the movie theater, and then we're going to sell out Sound of Freedom tonight again. It's going to be a line out the door. And then at 7:15, I'm going to schedule it right now with my friend Adam. I'm going to do a live stream so you guys can meet Adam, a wonderful man and carnivore who's volunteered a ton of time to help with the documentary. I want to hear his story, though, on what Carnivore has done for him. And we can talk about the documentary a little bit, too. But I think you guys are going to love Adam. He runs the YouTube channel Carnivore Today. Carnivore Today. I've got so many carnivore YouTube channels in my head. I always got to try to remember, but it is called Carnivore Today, and he just started it not too long ago. His quality on his channel is amazing, and he's got some really good stuff on there. So I think I missed the super chat. Love carnivores helping carnivores. Thank you so much, Paulette. Really appreciate that. So I'm going to end it right there. Everyone check out Kimberly's YouTube channel. Give her some love, too. She's a wonderful member of the carnivore community, helping so many people. I just subscribed myself. I'm going to be checking it out. And let's check Bill's GoFundMe one more time. Oh, any second now we'll be at $10,500. $10,467. Amazing. Bill, I'm glad we caught you on here. And let's see if there's one more comment. Oh, Bill said, my family is beyond excited, Ron. They have been waiting so long for me to make this change. Absolutely. Bill, just keep telling yourself you're the captain of your own ship. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. You got to get the electrolytes. You got to follow the plan. It's not just about eating meat. And anytime you get discouraged, Bill, I am here for you. You have my phone number. I'm dead serious on that. You could text me at any time. If I'm in the middle of the movie, I might not answer it right away, but I'll call you back within an hour at any time. Call me at 3 a.m. I got you, Bill. And think about this, like we talked about in the video, but it's such a powerful thing. Anytime you're struggling, you think about your why. Bill, why are you doing this? You got to have that why in concrete. And then you think about that day you open your front door and walk out into that beautiful Alaskan wilderness. It's going to happen before you know it. And that day it happens, I'm going to be standing there right next to you, if you'll have me. And you're going to think, Bill, you're going to be like, I can't believe I went from that to this that quickly. Because right now it seems like forever. It seems like years. The day that happens, it's going to be like that time went like that. It's going to go so quickly for you. It's going to be amazing when you walk out that door. I can't wait for it. So, Bill, one more comment. Thank you again, everyone, from the bottom of my heart. The carnivore community is the biggest bunch of loving, incredible people I've ever met in my life. So true. It's shocking. It's unbelievable. Compassionate carnivores, for sure, every single one of them. And I can't wait to see what happens. Bill, yesterday was just Friday. Today's Saturday. Like, you have enough money now for the meat, which is amazing. But I'm going to keep watching your YouTube channel, too, to see what happens there as your subscribers continue to grow. Later, Bill, when we get a chance, we'll have to take a look and see how many watch hours you have. You could very well be monetized or close to monetized at your YouTube channel already, which I thought would have taken months. It's just amazing. Thank you so much to Bill. Thank you so much to everybody. And yeah, I'm going to shoot you an email here shortly, Bill. And if you want to chat and catch up anytime, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. I appreciate it so much, all of these super chats. I'm going to do an update video coming up early next week, and we're going to get the camera equipment. I have a couple of the documentary guys recommending the ideal stuff. I don't want to just blindly get it. So I'm going to do a big update when we get all of that. We're so much closer. We got the cinema camera, we got the lighting, and now with the super chats from today, all that's going to be going towards the travel and the crew, and we're getting so much closer. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Saturday. Talk to y'all later. Bye.